Time for 91.5 WDBK's coverage of the professional football draft. This is the WDBK War Room.
And welcome in 91.5 WDBK's live draft war room. My name is Jarrett George, and I'd say alongside me, but everyone's staring at me. You're supporting to be told what to do. Everyone, welcome yourself in.
Also supporting the birds.
We
Yeah.
And Brianna Barnes, as you can see,
You're supporting the birds,
once
baby.
again.
Followed by Vincent
like
Foch,
the birds.
also supporting the birds. Yeah.
And Brianna Barnes, as you can see, birds once again.
We don't like the birds over here. My name is Corey Avery. I'm supporting the Chargers.
And this is the crew. This is what we have for tonight. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be expensive. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exhilarating. I mean, there's plenty of adjectives to throw in here, but we're just going to cut it up live. Each pick, we're going to break down pick by pick. We're going to have a good time. I mean, we're waiting anxiously for the Titans to finally be on the clock, but I mean, here we go. It's 8 o'clock. We are with us till the NFL says so. And anyone got any hot takes to start this?
Who's driving the ship tonight? Who are you?
Well, it's me, Jarrett George.
That's right.
Cut.
Bo Nix.
Yeah,
wearing his Bo Nix jersey. We have Bo Nix.
We don't have to talk about last year, Corey, at the draft.
Oh, how you didn't like the
No,
draft?
I just said we don't have to talk
Bo
about it.
Nix.
No. Sean Payton pulled my leg. Like he's going to pull everyone's leg tonight. Trade up to number 4.
Were you
and
not
draft
high
Ashton
on?
Genty.
Were you not high on Bo Nix?
Yeah, we're not talking about this.
He left,
the
he left
2025
me outside with all
NFL
strangers
draft.
at a wild bonfire.
It is the 2025 NFL live draft. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And no nobody there. He
That's
just left
why
me.
he's such a big
That's
fan. Because he
crazy.
feels so bad. He feels like he's got to make up for. Okay. Yeah, I've been there with some takes, but
We
all
didn't
right.
see him for another
No, just
hour.
Hey, I
No.
was fooled. Sean
stayed in the
Payton
house
was
for an
trying to
hour.
tell me. I love this. We could talk about the Broncos for the next 4 hours. That's fine.
listen, I didn't
like this.
I didn't like the Arcega-Whiteside pick, but none of this is possible without it. So here we are.
This is fair.
It's amazing how football works.
But to wrap all this into where we're actually heading, we have the Titans with the number 1 overall pick. Obviously, like Vincent likes to keep saying, a lot of needs, hence the reason why they have the number 1 overall pick to begin with. And I'd say we're waiting anxiously for the pick, but we're really not. We're waiting for Cam Ward to get picked. I mean, unless it's going to be Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold all over again, and we're going to have Shador Sanders go 1 overall. Has anyone got anything for this first pick? They want to before Goodell gets booed off the stage?
Listen,
Is he riding a bike?
Yes, he is. And we have the TV set up, so we got to
That's
break
crazy.
down
Is he on a
everything
bike?
we see.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell
That's
entering on a bike this year.
I wonder if
He's
he's
a
getting
tiny
booed
man.
right now.
That's a tricycle.
He's trying so hard to be likable, but
Right.
everybody wants him to fall off. Everybody wants him to fall off.
Yeah.
They're all on bikes. Look at this. What's
What
going
the
on?
heck? Oh, you know what? The Green Bay hat actually has a bike on it. Like the draft hat, it has a bike pin. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Is that Lil
That's
Wayne?
interesting.
Lil Wayne
Wayne
is
is on a
be kidding
bike.
me.
Big Packers fan.
Lil Wayne,
His hair is
avid Packers
on
fan?
edge right now.
Avid.
Yeah, look, the Jags fans don't know what
and
to
showing an avid Jackson.
I was thinking about this right before we came on. What's the point of being a fan of the team with the number 1 overall pick? Like, why do you go to the draft?
Right.
Usually, a month, 2 months before the draft
do.
even
Yeah, we'll
happens.
just support.
just there to
just to
party.
brag. It's just there to
It's true.
brag and party. Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes a party as Goodell is
Letting-
introducing,
Letting us all
himself?
know who's about to be on the clock.
getting booed.
Yeah, we don't have the sound on. Oh, yeah, there it is.
There it
Okay.
is.
That's all you need to see. We don't have the sound on, but you can clearly see it.
The first cut, the guy's got his thumbs down. You got it. Man.
And it's a Detroit fan. So, I mean, you won't be seeing the mic for a while.
It's like,
Oh,
So
Lord.
I mean, this is going to be a fun time. I mean, the NFL is going to throw its craziness at us. I mean, Vince thinks there's going to be a lot of drafts. I am on the other side of that. I think there's
Lot
going to
of
be a
trades.
quiet
A lot of
draft.
Yeah.
I hope there's a lot of drafts.
I think if anything, if anything, it's going to be a lot of trading picks for players like maybe Jalen Ramsey.
Ah,
your boy.
yes. Yo, I
maybe-
hope Jalen Ramsey can finally pair up with Derwin James. They've been talking about it their whole career
That'd be fun.
that
FSU
would be very
reunited.
cool.
for a 3rd round pick.
That would be very cool.
They're just going for 22.
I don't see it happening whatsoever.
For a
But that would be,
third
that would be
round
cool.
pick.
For a 3rd-round pick.
Yes.
You think Jalen Ramsey's
little
worth a
spite. No.
3rd-round pick?
Superstars,
just a
superstars
third
don't
round?
really get traded for what they're really worth nowadays.
Well, I guess it depends on the position, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corner, yeah.
Once you pass a certain,
You're giving up 22 for him, right?
once you pass a
Who's giving
certain
that up for him?
threshold.
Views for Ramsey. But anyway, yeah, we're not talking about you
Huh?
yet. That's fine.
No,
No.
you know. All right.
We can cut up Jalen Ramsey. I mean, Cam Ward's about to be selected, man.
Yeah.
We got
Is he
bigger
now?
fish to fry.
That's true. Goodell came on and he's still on, no pick. So I'm assuming he's doing some kind of intro with the bikes we got going on here. And it's all good. It looks like it's for a good cause. Got some kids on the stage this year.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne is barely taller than that kid.
Yeah.
Clapping it up. Clay Matthews. Look at that. The green turtle. Not
Probably the
turtle,
only
right?
good thing on that stage.
Little crew neck action.
Wearing his Super Bowl ring and whatnot.
Brianna, behave.
Listen. Didn't mean to make that comment.
Clay Matthews, legend.
Oh, you did.
Clay Matthews, legend.
James
Got some
Jones.
other Packers legends up there.
Tucci.
Oh,
Way easy.
no
Yeah,
comment.
the cheeseheads are going crazy.
Cheeseheads.
Going crazy.
We have a
Okay.
cheesehead here in
All right.
91.5 WDBK studio. We have Adele.
Soon
Adele
we
is
do.
an avid
Okay.
cheesehead.
Soon to be on.
Yeah, Adele should be hopping in any moment. Can
Clay
we?
trying to get everyone in Wisconsin excited right now. I don't know how well
Yeah.
that's going to work.
Here we go. Here it
I'm
is.
assuming
There
this
we
means
go.
they're on the clock.
Here it is.
What is happening? Clay Matthews is losing his mind.
I was about to get excited too until
We
I
can't
found out
listen
it
to this
wasn't.
with sound.
No, we can't. It's us. We are the sound.
Yes.
Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
how we got to narrate.
They're doing the
Okay.
typical NFL start with making us wait way past start time.
Could we get some closed captions on?
Yeah, I
Right.
know. Yeah.
I'm not even
Jarrett
trolling.
has his on his TV.
Lucky.
Sorry. All
Your
Azori,
monitor.
right, I'll say. You want me to I'll
Azori.
break it down?
it's probably with the PlayStation.
We do have a PlayStation hotel. Yes.
Our media directors
Not gonna
doing what
lie.
they can to help us.
Yeah. Bottom right. There we go. Yeah.
As long as they don't shut it
Media
off.
directors
Mason
Azori
Crosby in the cut's
Haley.
crazy.
Azori and Haley holding it down. Mason Crosby. That's right.
Mason Crosby in the
Yeah.
cut's nuts.
Top 5 kicker of all time.
Oh God, this is where we're going. All right. Well, anywho, since
Well,
it's the draft,
Dude, easily. What are you talking about? It's not even debatable.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you know who's number 1, right?
the Tennessee
Finally, they put
Titans
people on
Did
the
they
are
clock.
just now start the
officially
clock?
now
Yeah,
on the
the
clock.
clock just
No
started.
way.
Jake Elliott.
Yes.
So I mean, we're talking a team fourth in their division, obviously first pick in the draft, deserving some,
Click
and
it.
plenty of holes to be filled. Everyone's suspecting quarterback. We are suspecting quarterback, aka
Yeah.
Cam Ward.
Y'all smart. Good,
Done. Yeah,
good
thumbs
job,
up.
Owen.
Yeah, we're all expecting quarterback. We're all, I mean, it's going to be Cam Ward, and if it's not Cam Ward,
It'll be fun after the second pick, I promise.
if it's
We're-
not, if it's part of me doesn't want it to be Cam Ward. If it's not Cam Ward, this is going to be hilarious.
Sure. I mean, we're talking Sam Darnold and Baker. When
Did
when
did
it swapped the
everybody
week
see
before.
the tweet going around about anonymous NFL coaching staff member from anonymous organization saying that the interview with Shador was the worst interview he's ever
Did
had
see
with a
that.
player? We did see that.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he slides, man. I don't think he's in the top 15.
The part
Top
that won
15.
me over with Shador
Yeah.
is the fact that he threw at his pro day. He didn't need to. He really had no reason being out there. But the idea of I'm going to be here and my teammates are going to get recognized because they're not coming for the third, fourth round receivers getting taken, but they're going to come out for me because I'm one of the top prospects in the draft. Tipping his cap, showing that he's a team guy. I mean, everyone loves to keep doing the easy scapegoat with him, and he's Deion Sanders' son. How is he going to be that all cocky? I mean, I want my quarterback to be that cocky. I want him to want the
man.
ball at the end of the game. So
But
I mean,
If I could speak to the
Sure.
cockiness, you want cocky, but you want humble. You
Sure,
want
no,
you
absolutely.
want like a Hertz mentality. You know what
at
I
the
mean?
end of the day, yeah.
You got to be stoic about it. I think Sanders with the watch and the celebrations and all that. He's like his daddy, man. He's got it going on. He's got it going on. You got to respect the swag, but sometimes that can rub guys the wrong way. And
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think that might play a part in the tweet that the guy sent out. Who knows who sent it out? Man, he could still go 2 or 3. Who know? You know what I mean? I could be waffling right now.
What a coward he had to be anonymous.
But,
Should have
yeah,
just
I mean,
came out
yeah.
and stood on it.
It's got to be said though. The kid's got style. And he doesn't really care to show it off. You know what I mean?
Hot take.
Shiloh's going to be the same way.
Hot take, it's Cleveland's general manager that said it.
If you got the skill to back it up, I don't care
Oh,
what
you
anybody
said
thought
coach?
of
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, some care about the locker room setting. I mean, that's
I don't think it was the main coach. I think it was a member of the staff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Cleveland. That's a good guess. What do we think at 2 though?
Travis Hunter.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
he's locked and loaded.
We're
I mean,
all-
if not, or
yeah.
Abdul.
we're all on board with that. Yeah, I mean, Travis Hunter would make sense. They've just gone and extended Garrett.
And the fun part with Cleveland is if you go Travis Hunter, and now apparently Greg Newsome's now on the trade block.
Really?
They have the secondary with Martin Emerson, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome for him to play receiver. I know it's been quite a weird take over the last couple of weeks, but I mean, if you can really hone in on what makes him the unicorn that he is coming into this draft, and we like to sling that word around all the time for crazy prospects.
They also don't
let
have
Travis cook.
They also don't have a wide receiver one.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying
Jerry Jeudy. That's what I was going to. Yeah,
I don't know.
Those pair would be pretty incredible.
I don't know if he'll continue to be a wide receiver one moving forward. They'll definitely treat him like one, but I mean, he was flashy last year. So I mean, it would make sense.
He was the only guy they had.
I mean, Cedric Tillman before the injury, Elijah Moore can't really do too much. He's not stepping into
Njoku's a thing.
He's not stepping into a wide receiver one role. Yeah, I think their number one option through the pass game is going to continue to be David Njoku. That guy's
if you get to have fun with Travis Hunter, and I am on the side. I think he should primarily be defense. And listen to shout out me and Emery Hunt's interview. If you go back, and the real reason why he probably won't play 50-50 as much as everyone's suspecting him to, or at least everyone wants him to, is financial gain. I mean, we're talking a guy that's easily going to make maybe $60-65 million the second we see what really could be after his 4 years, not maybe even 5, if he's really going to get picked. Obviously, he's going to go round 1. But, I mean, the financial part of it, if he is playing both sides of the ball, it's going to be unmarked territory.
Yeah.
Why do they take so long to submit this pick?
Maybe they don't want, they're trying to hear some calls. Someone that give them an absolute haul. I mean, 2 1s, a bunch of 2s. You know we're taking Cam. Come get him. Or they're talking to Cam right now.
They probably are, yeah.
That's probably what they're doing.
Or Travis.
What? What am I looking at? Cam Ward to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, you know that's going to happen. Where's Chris Collinsworth? He's going to pop out of the woodwork somewhere.
Enough.
No, we can't sit here and call him Patrick Mahomes because he's made a couple sidearm throws and gotten out of the pocket and flung it 50 yards down.
Now I am glad that it's on mute, for real. Look at Mahomes, man, dancing around in that Super Bowl. If you remember, we did have them at 34-0 at one point.
That's why are they showing these highlights? I'm confused.
Yeah, Chris Collinsworth is coming out of the woodwork right now. He's going to be here.
So now let's watch. Okay, blatant hold, not called. He scampers out of the pocket. Yeah, man. Ward is I respect the pocket maneuverability for sure. He does look comfortable in the pocket. He was doing the thing flat foot that Ashton Genty was doing, where he just
picks up, stands back there.
Yeah,
that's literally in my notes for him. He stands like a statue. A little too much for me. I mean, he's fun outside of the pocket, making something out of nothing. But Cam Ward gets too complacent in the pocket.
He's not as bad as a Matt Ryan in terms of stature.
Because Cam Ward can actually move. He can boogie a little bit. But he does stand a little flat-footed too much. And
those TDs through the air.
The pick is in. Hold on,
I
got a sound. Hold on.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Look at the tears.
I got a thing.
I don't think those are tears. It don't look like he got a club.
You like that? I got a little thingy.
I like the toy. I like it.
Thank you.
The pick is in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It says the pick is in, and then
he's already crying. He knows it's him.
He do not look like he got a club.
He's crying. He looked like he just got off the phone, and he was just told he's going to be the number 1.
Yeah, the emotions will overload you.
He's trying not to cry because I'm on TV. I'm on TV. I can't.
Man, this would be
a booger.
If they took Cam, this would be.
Listen. Show the pick.
No, we got to talk for another. This is why we'll be here for as long as we'll be.
Mel Kiper, loser.
Hope everyone's got their caffeine in, ready to rock. It's gonna be a long night. This is how long the first one's taking.
Yeah, 50.
Oh, the pick's in. It's showing us again, like we didn't already know.
Oh boy.
Should have brought my lumbar pillow, man.
It's Ashton Genty. No, I'm just kidding.
What if it was?
That would be insane.
What if it was?
What's the high? What? Saquon won at 2? We ever had a running back go at 1?
Oh man,
no.
I don't think so.
Earl Campbell wasn't a first round pick.
No.
First overall pick.
Asking the wrong guy.
Sorry. Everyone's got a laptop.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, here he comes, strutting his.
You know what you wanted to say.
No. I had what I wanted to say. And with the first pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans and Brian Callahan select. Any minute now.
Cam Ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
No shock. And now the draft begins, everybody. Now we get to actually have some fun.
Cam Ward,
But
congratulations.
there's a lot to like with Cam Ward. I could be negative and
Florida
say
Ute.
how indicative
Miami.
is he going to be to pushing them to an AFC championship game. But, they have to win a couple games and get their bearings first. And they have 7 draft picks in the entirety of this draft. So Cam Ward's a good first piece. And you're talking a weak quarterback class to begin with. They did what needed to be done. They took an absolute athlete. Physical tools are there. I mean, he's got a big arm. We're worried about how he needs to be coached up with his footwork. But, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a guy who wants the ball in his hand. There's a guy that's going to try and make something out of nothing. And, he's a dangerous runner. He's not Lamar by any stretch of the imagination, but he can absolutely get busy inside and outside of the pocket to make magic happen.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I think it's he's someone with an enticing skill set, and this is something that Tennessee wants to, really kind of bring back. They want to bring
Jaguars
back they want to bring back that exciting. Oh yeah, that's a good
Jaguars
spot.
too.
Yeah,
Good
hold
spot.
on.
Yeah.
We got a trade.
What happened? Didn't
Hold on.
wait, was that didn't Nick say
The
something
Browns?
earlier? Did Nick say something earlier about the Browns moving, or that was something else?
This is a 91.5 WDBK trade alert.
Yeah.
The Jaguars.
I was
are
like,
at
what?
2.
Bro, I started laughing because he just started playing the noise.
Unless our eyes deceive us, the Jaguars somehow got the second pick. I'm going to find it on Twitter.
That's actually crazy.
That was
The
really
Browns are trading the number 2
really
overall draft pick
good timing, Jarrett. That was great.
for the
Caught me
fourth-
off guard.
4th rounder and a 6th rounder to the Jaguars in exchange for the 5th overall pick.
Okay.
The Browns and Jags are, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
They're just swapping 2 and 5.
One more time. It's just 2 and 5 they're swapping.
2 and 5.
one more
And
time.
Okay.
Browns are getting a 4th and a 6th, and the Jaguars are getting a 4th
Fourth and
and a 2nd.
and a second.
And a 2nd.
Jaguars are getting a second as well.
Browns are trading number 2 overall pick, 4th rounder, and 104 rounded 200. Jaguars in exchange for 5th pick, 2nd round pick, 4th round pick. Wow. 2026 first round pick. What just happened? It
Talking
keeps
about the
refreshing.
strange moves.
I'm sorry. Who gets the second round pick and the 2026 first round pick?
The Jaguars are
The
getting
Jaguars, crazy fleece. Wow. Who are they
that's
taking?
nuts.
Who are they taking? Wow. Travis Hunter, I guess. I mean, that's just,
I'm not going to be shocked if this is. I don't
Travis-
know why you wouldn't just stay complacent with the pick you were at, but I'm not going to be shocked if this is Ashton Genty
wow.
via Ari Miro.
We shall
By the way,
see.
sorry.
Travis
I have to give credit.
Etienne and
Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby. Sorry.
I mean, there's a lot to be had on this defense. I mean, they need a lot, but offensively, Trevor Lawrence, now Liam Cohen coming into the cut. You heard
That's
that
crazy.
story. Was going to be the highest paid offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the league, but decided to say, I'm going south or north, wherever Jacksonville is compared to Tampa. Excuse me for my geometry. But the 2nd overall pick, wow, that's absolutely crazy. I was ready for this. I wanted this.
Reports
Was not
last
ready for
night
this.
saying they were aggressive. Reports today as early as an hour and 45 minutes ago saying, quote, it could go down. We just must have missed that one. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, man. Well, we knew they wanted Genty, but I
Maybe
didn't
it's
expect
still
them.
Travis Hunter.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. Was Travis Hunter, because New England and New York are 2 franchises that I feel could benefit from Travis Hunter more so than Jacksonville. So maybe that's why they made that leap. I mean, that obviously is an insane
Yeah,
athlete.
everyone benefits from Hunter, but yeah, to your point, I
I
feel
would
like
say-
Jacksonville would more than the other 2 in New England and the
Yeah.
Giants.
So it's
So
going to
here-
be
you have it on paper. The Jaguars are getting a second,
there we go,
a
there we go.
4th, and a 6th. The
Yeah.
2nd overall pick. And the
second.
Browns are getting the 5th overall, a 2nd, and a 4th this year.
So the
and then a
Browns-
1st next year. Wow.
I was going to
Yeah.
say it wouldn't make the
That's
sense
a
for the
great
Jaguars to
2026
fleece
first
that
round is
bad.
crazy.
This isn't bad. This isn't that bad. So they get the
It's a
5th
great
overall
trade for
pick.
Cleveland.
They get the 2nd and 4th round picks. Really good trade for Cleveland. Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on what they do here.
They could take a quarterback this year or next year.
You're not wrong. Yeah, that's
They are not. You say quarterback?
Quarterback, the Browns.
Oh, I thought
The
you-
Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns.
That was a brain.
Well, they
fart.
have
Sorry.
opportunities because this is not a QB heavy draft, obviously.
I
So
know.
this is, I mean,
Trevor Lawrence,
it's-
man.
That's probably why they traded back.
Pick is in.
Pick is in.
well, yeah.
Jarrett. Pick is in.
Oh, I got to do the button. Sorry. Do-do-do. Ta-da!
It's got to come out of
You
nowhere.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you know the
I like
lore?
Sheffield.
Do you know the lore?
Of the dun 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 dun.
The first time it previewed, there was something going on with the sound difficulties. They couldn't get it to play, and they didn't end up playing it until the 8th pick. The first time that ever happened, it didn't happen on the first pick in one of the drafts. It happened on the 8th pick. Kind of weird. Yeah, so hire good sound people like me. Whoa, what was that?
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, this is all we got
I don't-
glitches
I
going
don't
on.
like the
Well, they're
suit.
zooming in on Travis.
Lowe's green room cam.
Where's his
Notice
girlfriend at?
his girlfriend's not there.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
We got Jacksonville, another team with again
Pretty
like
in pink.
Tennessee,
It's pretty in pink.
multiple different
Pretty in
options.
pink.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, Corey.
It's a good movie.
What's he eating?
Game recognized game right there. Play.
See, this has to be Hunter.
Yeah,
There's no
Yeah,
way
they
this
keep
isn't.
showing him.
It's a good movie. Parentheses. I ain't never seen that movie. Oh,
Yeah,
he's standing.
they bring Travis into the door. You talk about
He looks a little restless.
culture setter. I mean, that's going to be a fun time if Travis is in Jacksonville.
I think he's from Florida.
Maybe.
Is he from Florida?
Oh, Jacksonville fans, here we go.
Ultimately, I know I said it earlier. I'm not going to be shocked if this is Genty. I know we keep seeing Travis Hunter, but trade up to 2 to go secure one, arguably the best player in the class. So is Travis Hunter. But Ashton Genty to move up and solidify your guy. Apparently, the last 2 days it's been linked. But they really want Ashton Genty. They want to bolster their offense. And, I mean, you can also bolster your offense by taking Travis Hunter.
That's true.
Tomato,
It's a
tomato.
2-1. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Eric Armstead will make the pick. Interesting.
Vince predicted some movement, and we
You
got it
did?
right
No, you
away.
did.
We got it right away. Predicted a lot of movement. Here we go. As Goodell hops up there tonight.
And with the number 2 overall pick, the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars will select. We have the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Do you have the same thing, same timing up here?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right on par with you. If anything, I'm a little delayed. I got to look this way.
Yeah, you are delayed.
Yeah. He's going through it, man. He's going through the, talking it out, man. He's up there talking it out. Goodell doing
Ashton
what he does.
Genty. Let it be Genty. Genty. Actually, don't take Genty.
It's Eric Armstead, right? Shout out Eric Armstead.
The man.
2024 Walter Payton Man of the Year, Niner. And where's he at now?
He's in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
Over to Jacksonville.
Mhm.
Genty, they were trying to get at 5, but at 2, they got more options now.
Make sure you got
Hunter.
your guy.
We got
Don't
Hunter, we
gamble
got
on it.
Genty.
Take who you want.
Now in Jacksonville. Who's going to be joining them?
Oh, there
Who's
we
going to be
go.
joining them? Here we go.
Anxiously waiting. All right. Well, Eric Armstead's giving a speech.
Yeah, I
in
know.
that.
My Lord.
These people talk
All
about
right,
it.
go
He's
around
not
real
a-
quick.
not a
Who does everyone think it's going to be? Owen?
I think they want Hunter, man.
Yeah,
Vince?
I'll agree with that. I mean, they're being extremely aggressive right now.
Brown?
Hunter.
Corey?
Travis.
Travis. Genty.
They need so many
Genty!
pieces. Another team needs
Why
so
trade
many
up
pieces.
for a running back?
Why not? When he's that good. The elite
This is
company that
crazy.
he is
He
in.
would have fell at the 5th pick.
We have a trade. We know that.
I don't know about that. Maybe New England won.
We have a trade.
Maybe they knew something we didn't. And the
Yeah.
pick
Oh, man.
is 2025. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
And with the second
select
pick.
Mm.
Travis.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, she's right there.
There she go
Yeah.
right there.
Ew.
Give up a first next year, a 2
And
this year. I mean,
there-
a lot of
Yeah.
change for
Travis Hunter there.
arguably the most explosive player in the entire draft. This man comes with a whole bag of tricks. I mean, obviously, we could talk about him playing cornerback and wide receiver.
Look at the
that
draft
interests me.
room now.
The
Look at
fact that it said at the bottom cornerback and receiver and not just
A
corner.
guard.
Now you know what he's going to do in the second level. I mean, that's going to be a fun time for Trevor Lawrence and for the defense to scheme up. I mean, you talk about helping your offense, but what not?
Man,
to
he can't wait to
bring
go
a
to
Swiss Army
Florida.
knife.
He cannot wait to go to Jacksonville.
I think
man.
he's just that hyped that some team gave up that much to go get him.
Yeah.
He felt that important.
'Cause, I mean, he's a once in a lifetime player. No, in Cleveland, I'm surprised that they really didn't
Yeah.
chase that.
Talk about a Cleveland move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Browns fans,
Not
I mean, I don't know
surprised.
how you feel right now, but it's definitely got to
Angry.
be something where you don't either you're feeling sick to your stomach or you're like, oh, maybe
As they
there's a
always
chance
do.
of something.
Depends on who's there at 5, but if this is That's Shador at 5 now. That's
he's up there dancing.
Oh.
He's up there dancing. Look at how happy he is.
Facts. I love my people.
one of the only 3 players in NCAA history to win a Heisman and be on the all-academic American team. Travis Hunter, Tim Tebow, and some quarterback in the 70s. Our dads know.
Eric
Dang.
Armstead
The pink
towers
suit- oh,
over.
wow.
That's
I know.
6'7" compared to 6'2". I mean, that's
Yeah, man. Look at him.
that's a
Catching
big man. Oh, he's 6
catching
foot.
balls, playing
Excuse
defense.
me. Bad note taking. 7 inches taller. I mean, now the Giants are on the clock. I mean, now it gets interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
All right, man. Maybe. We'll see. What are we thinking here for the Giants? What could the Giants use?
I think this is Abdul.
Yeah, I agree with
think
you.
they
Yeah,
just
I
say,
agree.
you know
Yeah.
what?
This is
Give
what
me
I've
the best
yeah.
player in the class. Well, arguably
He's gonna
one
be
of the better players in the
sick.
class.
This is what I've been seeing
Yeah.
across Giants
Abdul?
social
Yep.
media.
Yeah.
He's going, no, Abdul.
Abdul. Yeah, their pass rush needs. I mean,
Abdul Carter, man, he's a freak. He puts on a little bit more muscle. That guy is
Who did you say?
Abdul Carter.
Oh.
What?
I thought you were talking about Travis Hunter. I was like, why do you want him to put on more weight? I blanked out. I was looking at the board.
Well, no, I mean, he will as well. I mean, all these guys, as soon as they get to the NFL, you get to use the NFL juice.
Well, maybe
So,
a couple.
The
Sure.
NFL juice. Now, yeah, the weight training program in there.
Abdul would be
Definitely
fun, though. I
great.
mean, we talk about Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns. Just you can never have too many pass rushers in this league. And considering who they have to play twice a year, and you guys and Jalen Hurts, you talk about a guy that
Yeah.
can maintain Hurts and
What's
Jaden
the-
Daniels in the pocket.
what's the thing? That's
Abdul Carter's that type of guy.
What's the bar? You know what I'm
For
saying?
what?
Because what's the bar for Abdul Carter? Because he's getting selected at 3.
Mhm.
Right? He's supposed
is
to
in
be.
already.
The pick is in for the Giants.
is in.
Hit the ding,
Wow.
hit the ding, ding,
We're
ding.
actually moving now.
I'm gonna hold off on this actually. I
What's
don't
his ceiling?
want to. No. I don't want to talk about Abdul just yet if the pick is in because what if he then doesn't get picked right here?
I'd be shocked.
Okay. Well,
I'd
I was just gonna say what's the they're gonna interview Travis real quick.
Yeah.
What's the bar like? Because he's getting selected at 3.
Mhm.
You've had who's the kid from Jacksonville, man? You had Trayvon
Walker.
selected at 1.
Mm.
Back-to-back seasons with 10 plus sacks, and people call that kid a bust because he was a freak like Abdul Carter coming out. So what's the bar like for Abdul Carter? I mean, if he doesn't perform with 10 to 12 sacks in the next season, you think that there is poor rhetoric that's going to follow him around?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're just
always.
looking at the
Yeah.
statisticals of it, I mean, the actual, the numbers that he has next to his sacks, absolutely. But I think that it's the bigger picture with him. It's the pressures. It's what he adds for the defense. If he's not there statistically, the other half of the defense better be there. I mean, realistically, he's not TJ Watt. He's not Myles Garrett. He's not Aiden Hutchinson. But what you're getting out of him is a Brian Burns type of level pass rusher. You're getting an elite, not top 5, but you're getting an elite, very good pass rusher that can absolutely set the edge, take the nerves off of Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Brian Burns. I mean, there's a lot to like with Abdul. He's 3'4", strictly on the outside. I mean, you don't really want him playing around on the inside, like you were saying, weight-wise. Only 247, so you want him to play primarily with the tackles, one-on-one.
Yeah, he's quick. Yeah.
I don't think you'd be upset because you take him at 3, but I don't think the Giants organization are going to be like, oh, okay, we're not keeping you here if you don't have X amount of sacks. I mean, if the pressures and the defense lives up to what it should be with him, I mean, this is a defense that should run like water, and they should have a fun time on because this is what we were saying last year. I mean, they're helping Daniel Jones, bringing in Burns, blah, 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 blah.
Giants last 2 seasons, they've had some players across that defense, and they have had one of the better scoring defenses in the NFL. Which is crazy to think about, but it's true. And they're in a tough division, and I like rooting against them. But hey, man, 3rd pick, man, you talk about
picking for in your division because they have to play Hughes and Washington twice a year to make sure those fast quarterbacks are kept under wrap. But Roger Goodell walking up, and it is Abdul Carter,
and it's Abdul Carter,
3rd overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft.
Nice.
Now the New England Patriots.
Look at that chain. Look at the Adidas chain. Is that his dad? Look at the Adidas chain. That is wow. That's some real bling right there, man.
Unnecessary bling.
I bet that thing
It's not unnecessary.
I bet that thing is heavy.
Oh, it's
I bet he feels
as
that.
heavy as his first contract.
I bet his neck is sweating.
NIL money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Abdul, man. He's got a big one on
He
too.
got a limp
himself.
on him too. Mhm.
As I flop my way through my ridiculous amount of notes, Abdul Carter. He's got dip and bend ability, and he's 16 games at edge this year. I mean, he played primarily at middle linebacker, 734 snaps, played off the ball as a pass rusher. His effort's ridiculous. He's got great explosiveness. And my comp to him, yeah, Von Miller. I do think he can be absolutely incredible. It just comes down to how bad does he want it. And, well, the elephant in the room, you're on a third pick in the NFL drafts team. So,
Right.
But after Abdul Carter, we're going to take a little break. We're going to catch our breaths a little bit, and then we'll be right back.
All right.
Did you know you could book a meeting with campus dietitian Deneen Denkovich? You are able to schedule a meeting at any time by contacting Deneen at deneen.denkovich@sodexo.com. Available services to discuss are food allergies, eating healthy on campus, vegetarian and vegan nutrition, eating disorders and disordered eating, and more. Make sure to schedule a meeting with Deneen Denkovich at sodexo.com for more information. The second and final spring open house will be held on April 26, 2025. The event will be held on the Camden campus of Camden County College. You can RSVP right now. Check-in will begin at 8:15 a.m. with the welcome session starting at 8:30 a.m. This will take place in the Camden Conference Center on 601 Cooper Street in Camden, New Jersey. For any additional questions, you can email admissions@camdencc.edu. The fourth and final open mic will be held on April 25th, 2025 from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. in the West Cafeteria on the Blackwood campus of Camden County College. This event is put on by the Arts at Camden County College, and students, faculty, staff, and community members are welcome to perform their talents. Once again, that will be April 25th, 12:30 to 2 p.m. on the Blackwood campus of Camden County College in the West Cafeteria from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Newman University's full tuition scholarship for Camden County College is available to make your education goals even more affordable. The scholarship covers all tuition for the recipients 2 years at NU. Newman University enjoys a robust partnership with Camden County College to foster a stronger bachelor's completion rate with their students. For students entering fall of 2025, Newman University will award one student from CCC a full tuition scholarship. The application deadline is Thursday, May 29, 2025. Are you a current CCC student curious to learn more about the CCC Rutgers University Camden Premier Partnership, the benefits of the partnership, and what campus life is like? Then sign up for the exclusive and free bus trip to Rutgers University Camden on Friday, May 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Students interested in attending the open house and using the Rutgers bus must complete the registration form that can be found on the Transfer Services event page with their CCC email. Again, the free bus trip to Rutgers University Camden will be held May 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
With the 40 times this year, I feel like a lot of receivers and defensive linemen, at least, or the top end prospects, aren't coming out and running 40s. I understand like the top 15, 20 guys don't want to like tank their draft profile or where they're going to end up. Like, what would you say the reason is for the lack of 40 times this year is?
Because on this side of things in the media, we put too much onus on the 40 times and too much emphasis on how people do at the combine when no football is being played. So players have adjusted like, hey, I don't want to run this 40 here and be judged harshly off of this. So I'll wait till I have ideal conditions at my pro day and run the 40 there. Because at the end of the day, players tend to run faster at their pro days for whatever reason. I think the biggest reason is because you're comfortable. There's not a lot of stress as it is at Indy in terms of what the week entails with guys having to be up early at 5 a.m. for medicals and interviews, and then having to go out there and run the 40, it doesn't yield its best chance for you to have the most ideal performance. So guys tend to, hey, if they're going to put as much emphasis on this 40-yard dash, this 40 yards in a straight line with no equipment on, I might as well do it at the most ideal spot where I can give them the best time that they're looking for.
This offseason, the Panthers made a strong commitment to young breakout DB J.C. Horn, re-signing him for 4 more years at a whopping $100 million. On the other side of the secondary will be Mike Jackson, who received a 2-year, $14 million deal himself. And right behind them, the former Raider, Trevon Mower, just over $6 million. They've also re-signed Andy Dalton for 2 more years. How about the Ginger? Still playing football. The Panthers could use some more help on the defensive side of the ball. That said, I expect them to go something like D-line or defensive end. We'll have to see.
The New England Patriots come into the NFL draft with pick number 4, coming off of the 4-13 season, as they have 9 draft picks coming into this year's NFL draft. We're going to go over some of the big-time moves the Pats made in free agency this year, starting off with some of the new kids on the corner for the New England Patriots. And we're first going to start off with Milton Williams, Kairos Tonga, Robert Lane, Wes Schweitzer, Morgan Moses, Harold Landry III, Mac Hollins, Jack Gibbons, Marcus Epps, Joshua Dobbs, Stephon Diggs, Lester Cotton, Calebon Jason, Garrett Bradbury, and that is pretty much going to do it for the new kids on the block for the Pats. But now let's look at some of the guys that the Pats were able to get back once again. And we're first going to look at Alex Austin, Ben Brown, Christian Ellis, Jalen Hawkins, Austin Hooper, Shaquille Jackson, DeMontre Jacobs, Jeremiah Farms Jr., and that is pretty much going to do it for the re-signings for the New England Patriots. But now we're going to look at some of the guys that unfortunately the Pats could not get back once again. And we're going to first start off with Jacoby Brissett, Daniel Akul, Davon Gottschalk, Jonathan Jones, Joe Milton III, Chukwuma Okfor IV, Joey Slye, and Dietrich Weiss. But that is going to do it here. But now let's get back to the show once again.
You're listening to the WDBK Radio War Room. Let's get back to the show.
And welcome back, 91.5's live draft coverage. We got the draft room in the cut. I mean, we swapped out Owen for Adele and Corey for Josh, but business as usual. We're breaking down the picks. We're talking about them. We've had some craziness already. The number two overall pick being traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars, selecting Travis Hunter. And now we have the New England Patriots. Drafted. Is that Will Campbell?
That is Will
Campbell at 4. Adele, you're my line guy. What do you got?
Well, I did some analysis earlier on Will Campbell, and
Other
I tell
than
you,
short arms. What do we?
listen. Besides the short arms, you can't deny his talent. He has elite recovery. When he's being off the ball against the elite pass rushers, he's able to recover quickly and able to get back in position to perform the block. He has amazing grip. So when he's got a player on him, he's able to move him off the ball, whether it be pass or run, and his football IQ is top tier. I'm telling you right now, he's able to read coverages on defense that other people aren't able to do. And he's just a phenomenal ball player from top to bottom. When he was in LSU, I was a big fan. And then he performed highly in the SEC. He's still young. He's still got a little bit to learn. But I think he's a day one prospect, and he's a day one starter in the NFL as soon as he steps foot on the field.
I'm all for Will Campbell. I love that breakdown, by the way. I love that you shied away from his short arms. That was very nice of you. But, I mean, this is a guy. I love the pick for New England. I mean, what a better way to make Drake May comfortable than keeping him upright. I mean, a huge need for the team as a whole. And this is a guy that just wants to fight. I mean, we can talk about the character questions all we want, but at the end of the day, is a guy that loves ball, can absolutely rip your head off if need be. And I mean, a little weird stance there. He's got that weird little kind of just stands there like a running, like Genty in the backfield. But
what is your grip?
Will Campbell at 4. Man, oh man, we're flying.
Yeah, it's crazy. You mentioned Drake May. This is something that's really going to make him come to. Again, you said not to bring up the arms, right? No, but it's going to be something where, again, like Dell just mentioned, the grip is something that is key. And then, New England's, line in general has been suffering for, I guess, New England Patriots could say, their fans especially could say, long enough. And this is something that, especially, you want to try to build your offense up, of course, to get out of the gutter. There's the jersey right there holding it up. But definitely something. We even saw it on the, the replays that they were showing when he did get picked. There was the perfect example of that strange stance that you mentioned before, but he was able to get the job done. The strength that he brings to, the line is going to be something where, the pocket is going to be protected. You get, a good portion of these guys together for May, and it's going to be, I think, with his skills and coordinated, it's going to be able to get the Pats, back to that aggressive offense. Again, we got another pick in already. Look at this.
And before we jump to it, I just wanted to give a little tidbit. Not tidbit, but just a little how I am on Will. It reminds me of Skronsky. I don't ultimately see him sliding inside to play guard, but I could see that the arms in the long run, obviously that'd be disappointing for the 4th overall pick. But if he initially then slides inside and then he bounces back on the outside towards the second half of the year, I don't know. He very much worries me with the arms. But other than that, he's a freak. He loves to hit. And, like you said, he loves the process and he knows what's coming before the ball is even hiked.
Yeah, listen, I've read a lot about, like, his arm length and everything. And then I can understand it to a degree. It's very essential for a lineman to be able to have long arms and able to get the pass rush to stop them from attacking the quarterback. However, when you break it down, you watch the game tape, he's performed at the SEC at one of the highest levels in college, and he's performed highly, where you'd watch him against the elite competitions from, like, the Bamas, from, like, he's able to pick up all the blitzes, able to pick up all the defensive linemen. He went against, like, Dallas Turner, what was it, last year's number one, like a top.
Took care of James Pierce.
Took care of James Pierce. Pierce was coming in as probably the best edge rusher other than Abdul Carter, and then he just flat out washed him out. It's just amazing to watch him play football. And then I think the Patriots got something special going on with Mike Vrabel and Drake May under the helm.
Get that grittiness back. He's trying to build an identity in New England, and he wants to run that smash mouth football. I have to say, the first pick and the 4th pick, I feel like we've felt this for a while now. Cam Ward and Will Campbell, or at least maybe an old lineman to the Patriots. A sigh of relief, maybe that Teterow and McMillan isn't going 4 off the board. Patriot fans would be losing their mind, or maybe ignorantly happy that, we took a receiver who can't run routes. It is terrible in the red zone. Yeah, but we have the Browns. We'll stop cutting it up with Will Campbell. Who likes to talk about offensive line that much? Only me and Adele. But Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski looking firm, ready. That doesn't look like they're all too happy.
Right.
They don't look like the Lions 3 years ago taking, what was that, Penei Sewell? They were livid for that pick. That was such a fun time. But we got Cleveland at 5. Could this be Shador? Anyone want to take that swing? Am I going to be the guy?
I don't think so.
It'd be interesting to see.
I got to do the sound thingy. Yeah, there it is.
Look at that. Professional right there.
Like that. Sound thingy. Oh, Mason Graham.
Whoa.
Oh, my. Wow.
Whoa,
Okay.
Whoa.
Interesting. So you trade back from 2 to 5 in a world where you could have got Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. But, you take an absolute bully. You did the freak out of Michigan. This was a man who helped that defense become what it was. Him and Kenneth Grant on the inside. Has ridiculous pass rush ability to him. Immediate day one a starter. He's going to be able to play the run. The knock on him is when he doesn't have shoulder pads on. Does he really look like a football guy? But when he's on the field, he's an absolute freak. But Adele, what do you got for me?
He's a phenomenal player. He's a great run stopper. And right there, you're watching it live. He's able to pass rush. Normally, interior linemen aren't able to pass rush at a high level. However, there's anomalies. We've seen that anomaly in Aaron Donald, not comparing him to Aaron Donald, but you see similar qualities as far as pass rushing ability and able to stop the run. He's a phenomenal player from top to bottom, but it just confuses me from a football standpoint when someone like Abdul Carter is still available, or a Travis Hunter, when you have a Myles Garrett. I understand you're trying to load up the interior line. Maybe they're trying to stop the run. They do have a little run issue sometimes here and there, but I would have loved to see Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett run after a quarterback. It would have been the greatest thing to see as a football fan.
The new trend is like you just have the pass rush ability from an inside guy. It is rare and the anomalies are there, but if you can get a Chris Jones level type or a Dexter Lawrence, or someone who can just absolutely wreak havoc up the middle, Jalen Carter, Mason Graham, he can ultimately do not to the extent of Abdul Carter, obviously being able to just one side and the other, but I mean, just being an absolute disruptive force up in front, and you have to put forearms on him or he's going to take over. I mean, interesting pick, but I like it. I like it for Cleveland. It's not the sexiest pick in the world, but Mason Graham, definitely big need for Cleveland with their defensive line, other than Myles Garrett being a wasteland.
The interesting thing here, too, is they still have the picks. So they can use the picks, or they can essentially trade up. Because what happens if Shador is still available? Steelers are there at 21. They get in front of Pittsburgh, use one of those draft picks. Now they have Shador, and now their first round becomes from very good to elite.
Mm-hmm. If you can have the ability to get back in the late end of the first and stack up, all right, well, here's our first guy, Mason Graham, with a Shador, instead of just leaving with Shador, especially when all things considered, we thought they're going to be the second overall draft pick. But Mason Graham and Shador would be a pretty great draft class. And I was flirting with the idea that you take Travis at 2, somehow get back into the first round, compare both Colorado boys up, that, dream situation. But Mason Graham now, and what will the dog pound do the rest of the draft?
That was unexpected. I didn't expect him to get
I'm over here expecting that San Francisco was actually going to possibly pick up on him. That was my original expectation because of the help that they need there. But again, this is one of those foundation drafts where, I mean, again, we how many of these teams, especially in the top 10, need line help, whether that's for your O-line or your defensive line? Obviously, in this case, we're talking D linemen, but I mean, it's still for Cleveland. I mean, look at their past year. Look what happened last season. Are they looking to patch up? I mean, of course, obviously one at a time, as they have some other positions they need to work on, right? But this is an area where they can start to fill those holes in slowly but surely. Of course, they're known in past years. Cleveland has been kind of known. Their defense has at times been able to outperform the offense, but this is just a patch and a step in the right direction, as they didn't get what they were expected for Hunter. But hey, we'll see what happens. The trade was a okay trade. So
now we got the Raiders on the clock.
Your favorite team, right?
Vegas Raiders. I can't stand this franchise. But anyway, I got to be professional, so we have to react accordingly. Right, meaning, if any of the 4 of you want to talk for this pick, that's great, because I can't stand this franchise.
I mean,
who can?
Listen, I think we already know who's coming. Listen, this is definitely.
I got to cut you. Do the. Yeah. So nice, so clean. But with the 6th pick, the 2025 NFL Draft, the Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty. I mean, an absolute freak of nature. We're talking one of the best running back prospects in the last umpteen amount of years. He's one of the only 11 running backs in NCAA history to run for the amount that he has. I mean, his ability to make you miss in a phone booth is absolutely insane. This guy will put you in the dirt as well. He's not just a speedy gadget guy. He can catch. I mean, sure, the 5'9" is a little daunting, but 5'9", and he doesn't play like 5'9" even a little bit. There's a lot to love with Ashton Jeanty. The Raiders now have Geno Smith, Pete Carroll. We know how much he loves to run the rock. I mean, 5'8.5". My notes are all over the place. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's close.
But I thought I was pretty close. I went by the combines. But Adele, Jeanty.
Listen, I'm so excited here. Like, under Pete Carroll, we've seen beast mode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the sequel right here. Ashton Jeanty is an unstoppable football player. Like he said when he delivered a message to the owners, draft the individual that can be tackled in tackle football. This man is legit. Put up big numbers against teams like Oregon. And even when he played against Penn State, he still put up 125 and was able to get gains on plays that should have been -5. It's amazing to see Austin Genty be able to play football. And I think under Pete Carroll, this Raiders team is going to be a little dangerous coming forward here.
Yeah, they'll be cute. They'll try. That's for
right.
sure. I'm sorry. I loved what you said. It's just who you're saying it about rubs me the wrong way. But all right, I'll be professional. I'll knock it off. Genty at 6. I mean, it's been rumored for a little bit now, but to actually see these hats on these gentlemen's heads, I mean, there's the dream come true. Look how happy he is. The excitement, the pure joy. Shame you got to go to Vegas, but it's okay. That's all right. And now who's at 7? What do I got? I'm all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, New York.
The Jets.
The Jets. And yes, of course, the other
one.
New York.
Emmett Smith. No. I like the MJD comparisons that I've been seeing a lot more than an Emmett Smith comparison. That means he's going to have a Hall of Fame line in front of him.
I do see that. I do see a little bit Emmett Smith when it comes to the ball carrying vision. He's able to see the hole before it even opens up. And I could see that Emmett Smith comparison there. But I just think when it comes to actually hitting, he's probably one of the best prospects I've seen in a very long time. He's able to like put his shoulder down like an Adrian Peterson earlier when he was on the Vikings, when he was able to just drop his shoulder, similar to Marshawn Lynch able to drop his shoulder. He's going to be a very phenomenal football player. And I think Vegas, this is maybe a little too soon to speak. They might have just drafted an all-pro for the next decade.
Oh, I concur. I mean, you took one last year. You might as well double down and help out as much as you can for Geno Smith and Bowers, Genty in the cut now. An interesting offense heading into 2025 for sure. The Jets, though. Armamendu? You ready to talk about another line?
That's exactly what I was going to. I was going to him immediately. The reason why, I mean, you look at the Jets, especially at the right tackle position. It's been a constantly, revolving. The door has been, constant. They haven't had any consistency. It's been something on, really, they have a chance to get a player for the next decade. Mumbu, I think, can be someone that can really help in terms of being an incredibly huge patch. I think there's a perfect option for the Jets. Don't want to take any, heat away from the Raiders. Of course, I know how much you love talking about them, right, Jared? But no, the Jets, I think it would be the right decision. You need that right tackle to be, instead of being a revolving door in a constantly changing and not consistent position with the line. I think that's your answer.
That's it? You don't have 3 more minutes for the Jets for me?
I do not.
It was almost 4 minutes.
Yes, for the New York Jets, I went on I did a 4-minute segment on them.
We love you, Vince.
Really?
I did.
No way.
Yeah, we had to cut it up. We couldn't let that. Yeah.
I did a 4-minute. That's going to come up, I'm sure, 1,000 more times throughout this month. And there's not much of April left. But still, it's going to be interesting.
Genty, one of the best running back in this draft class, but we're talking a laundry list of running backs in this draft class.
Yeah,
it's a good time. Marion Hampton, my guy Cam Scattaboo, Trayvon Henderson, Quashawn Judkins, Caleb Johnson. We could see quite a bit pop off in these next couple of picks, but we're at a commercial, so that gives us the flexibility to have some fun. How do we feel so far? Are we happy?
I'm in shock right now. I don't know. These picks kind of threw me by surprise. I didn't expect half of these players the way the teams in my head, the way I had these picks set, everything swapped around. I didn't expect it. Ashton Jensen, I didn't think he was going to the Raiders, honestly. I did think Shador was possibly going to go, but hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking in my head.
I'm just happy the Bears didn't take Genty.
Yeah, no, I gotta play him twice here. Thanks, cheesehead.
But yeah, this draft's been all over the place. Obviously, we're still wondering what the Browns are going to do moving forward. I'm excited to see Cam Ward in Tennessee under Bryce Callahan, an offensive guru, the same person that took the Bengals out of all franchises to the Super Bowl. Just got a potential all-pro player in Cam Ward. And I think he has the talent to be a very successful individual. And it's just all around. I think this may be one of the best draft classes in a very long time.
I'll say not the best, but the most interesting. Only because of the media. That's my opinion.
That's a fair assessment. I can't blame you there. They've been getting a lot of coverage and a lot of hype around these prospects, but these prospects more than other years, I feel, just the talent is there, an offensive tackle, and even the running backs. We were just talking about the running backs. This running back class is loaded from top to bottom. You could potentially get a potential all-pro player, maybe in the 4th round. It's not a crazy thing to say. When you got Jenkins, you got Caleb Johnson still available in later rounds, and then obviously about your guy from North Carolina. He's a phenomenal player. I'm telling you, he's a great player. This whole class is so much fun to watch. I'll tell you that.
I concur, and I think I concur with Brianna a little bit more. I think it's more star-driven than a superstar-driven draft, and the difference between the 15th guy in my notes, I'll go, I don't know, Walter Nolan, all the way down to maybe 60, maybe like 65. There's a gap, but it's not that much of a gap. I think rounds 2 and 3 make this, like you're saying, a very good draft class, but to the part where Brianna's saying it's a little lackluster. But the pick is in. We have the Jets, and then we're going to take a break, so you better be quick, Roger. You hurry this up because CCC's
4-minute segment worth it.
It's live war room.
That's the one scene.
Oh, I got to do this.
There it is,
everybody. Everybody remember the right tackle out of Mizzou, 6'4".
Man, he's excited.
Bigger arms than Will Campbell. Bigger arms than Will Campbell.
More excited than he is.
He's a better run blocker than he is pass blocker right out the gate. I'm not going to fool around with him like I am Campbell. He is a tackle, but like I just said, better in the run department than he is in the pass. He projects a little bit too much, and he leans a little bit too up top for me. But Adele, you're my line guy.
Listen, I've been watching tape on him. He's a phenomenal player. He's a very balanced individual. Is able to pick up the blitz very well when it comes to blitzes. However, the one downside I won't have to say, I as much as fantastic player he is, he's below average as far as height as an NFL tackle. That's the biggest problem of him. Is he able to perform that highly at tackle when he's going against 6'7", 6'8" pass rushers? Hopefully he can, but it's not crazy to say you could even see him potentially moving to guard due to his height.
I concur, but we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the Panthers draft pick.
Don't miss our graduation cap decorating contest. Entries will be accepted from Tuesday, April 5th, 2025 through Monday, May 5th, 2025. As a member of Camden County College's class of 2025, we know that you've worked incredibly hard to reach commencement. You earned your degree and deserve to celebrate with everyone who has helped you on this journey. Graduation cap decorations are a time-honored tradition. This creative rite of passage has been a commencement activity at Camden County College. First place, second place, and third place will all be awarded a gift card. For more information about this contest, check out camdencc.edu/graduation-cap-contest. Spring has sprung, and before the busy bees of Camden County College buzz off for summer vacation, it's time to fly in to register for your summer and fall semesters for advisement. With fall registration beginning on March 24th, the Advisement Center is open to assist with early registration for fall 2025 and summer 2025 courses. Don't wait. Stop by the Advisement website to schedule an advanced appointment for Mondays through Thursdays and enjoy our virtual Friday's advising appointments. Let's get you set up for the classes you need today.
Camden County College Tutoring Services. We are here to help you succeed. Do you want a little extra support to boost your confidence and grades? Camden County College is here for you. Our tutoring services offer personalized guidelines to help you master your coursework, achieve your goals, and stay on track to graduate. Find us on the second floor of Wolverton Library at our Blackwood campus and in the Student Learning Center on our Camden campus. We also offer remote and limited online tutoring options for flexible support wherever you are. Our dedicated tutors are here to empower you every step of the way. Don't hesitate. Reach out and let's achieve your best together.
Did you know that Camden County College has a job board? If you go to collegecentral.com/CamdenCC, you can register and be matched automatically to jobs via Job Agent. They have tools such as an online resume builder, career-related announcements, career-related articles, and more. Just visit collegecentral.com/CamdenCC to sign up.
Live from the WDBK studios in Blackwood, this is 91.5 WDBK FM, Camden County College Radio.
It is now time for 91.5 WDBK's coverage of the professional football draft. This is the WDBK War Room.
Man, welcome back, 91.5 WDBK. We had a little bit of an audible. Corey and Owen are back. Brianna and Vince shall take a little break. But we didn't miss the Carolina Panthers pick. They even got their little segment in there, so you heard what they need. One would argue quarterback. But that depends on your...
For who?
I'm kidding.
No, absolutely. I mean, listen, I want to be the first to own up to my mistake.
Huh.
So... it's very, very rare that I have to walk back takes, like super rare.
Yeah.
Usually I either hit him right on the head or the guy just fizzles out and I'm just, nobody's right or wrong, right? So, most notably the Russell Westbrook take.
That's where this whole thing started.
But
I had one about Bryce Young saying he was bad and he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to be able.
Houston back in the day was going to be amazing. That's where this whole thing started. But I had one about Bryce Young saying he was bad and he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to be able to do it. He wasn't going to have a good season, all that stuff. Remember, I was not on the Bryce Young train, and then he showed me wrong, showed a lot of haters wrong, and I don't think that they need a quarterback. I think they can ride that. They can ride that Bryce Young train for at least another year. I think they got a lot of young talent. There's a lot for Leggett and Coker to grow into. I don't think that either of those guys is a lost cause yet. So I think that they should keep shoring up that defense, that good young defense. I mean, I talked about the J.C. Horn signing. I think that's great. I think that guy's a great player. I thought a better team was going to poach him. I thought somebody in the Eagles division was going to get him. But any other thoughts on the Panthers there? What they need, who they might get? The pick is in.
Best 9 available. Shador Santos. They might go offensive line.
Warren, Walker, Johnson, Colston Loveland. And looks like out of those guys,
Give me Tyler Warren for him. Or Jalen Walker. Jalen's so much fun.
I have no idea. Yeah, who would they take? I have no idea. Honestly,
right, Tyler Warren. You talk about a mismatch for a Bryce Young, who we assume will be the guy for the extent of the next couple of years.
Could be a good tool.
Loveland. You could have some fun and go who I think arguably the second, but right behind James Pierce. I love James Pierce, but it's the character concerns that are ruffling everyone's feathers. But I don't sit down and talk to him enough. I just watch their tape, and I'm beyond excited for James Pierce. But here he comes. So you know what that means. Roger Goodell's walking to the podium. The Carolina Panthers in the 2025 NFL Draft select.
We'll have to see.
Oh, the anticipation. Oh, Roa McMillan. 6'5". Can't run routes to buy a mortgage, but
McMillan
got the height to be a backup point guard in the NBA. No, there's a lot to like with McMillan. For me, I don't want to con him too much, so I'm going to let Adele take over in a second. But he's the softest big man I think I've ever seen. I mean, he needs to use his body a lot more in the red zone. He does outmatch the shorter corners, but, I mean, in the matchup where he had against Notre Dame and Benjamin Morrison just played clamps on him, and he's 6'1", 6'2.5" maybe. So on taller corners, he definitely struggles, and Tetaroa needs to do a better job at using his 6'5" frame.
I mean, I can agree to an extent. I thought T-Mac in college, he had a lot of on and off games where, like you mentioned, he struggled against very good defenses. Like when he played against Travis Hunter, he did struggle. However, he has the ability to excel. He's got all the tools and able to excel in the NFL. I think he's very coachable. I think he's got a phenomenal talent with his hands. And like you said, you mentioned that he might be a little soft, but he reminds me a lot of a player as far as his route running at times to like an Odell Beckham, able to get a nice little bit of separation here and there. But similar to like a DK Metcalf, you turn on the film, he doesn't necessarily use his body all the time. However, he's strong and he's able to come down with the ball here and there. And I think he's very coachable and can be a very fantastic player in the NFL.
We're going to hit real quick what the Saints need, and then we're going to be right back in less than 50 seconds.
The Saints may have had the worst offseason out of everybody, considering their current situation. They did pick up Eagles backup tight end Jack Stoll, though, so best of luck to him. He'll be playing alongside Juwan Johnson, who has received a 3-year, $31 million extension after his success this past season. That's what you get for being the best player on your team if you're in New Orleans. They've decided to re-sign injury-prone edge rusher Chase Young for some reason, and they've done it for 3 more years at $51 million. Also on the defensive side, remember former Chief Justin Reed signed a 3-year, $30 million deal back in March, so having him healthy next year could be good. Honestly, though, I do not see a bright future for this franchise. People saying they could go quarterback, people saying they could go outside with a wide receiver. Who knows?
And we're back. 91.5 WDBK's live draft war room. Tedero and McMillan going off the board. And Owen being very nice to the Saints. Yeah.
Excuse me. The Aints, as Nick's likes to call them. So, yeah. Look, man, New Orleans ain't going anywhere anytime fast. I do like some of their players. I was super high on Olave. I've always been an Ohio State wide receiver kind of guy. You guys all know that I've been super high on Emeka Egbuka all year, and I have been since he got into college. But, yeah, man, not a good look for the Saints. I don't know who they're going to pick, man. I have no idea. They got needs all over.
Rumor has it Jackson Dart's not getting past this pick. There's rumors. I don't talk to general managers. What? I don't have connections to the coaches, but rumor has it Jackson Dart may be the pick.
It does look like they're going after a quarterback. It said they tried to trade for the number 1 pick earlier today.
And the Derek Carr drama, that's the key factor to all of this. With his shoulder, is it really a shoulder? Contractually,
yeah. That's true.
Whatever the case may be, they could just have Spencer Rattler at quarterback in 2025.
It could be Shador.
It won't be. What's it called?
They've
Spencer
met
Rattler.
with Jackson 3 times, and they've yet to meet with Shador. They met with him at the combine, but that's the only where Jackson Dart could be the guy for the Saints. There's still a lot that needs to be done with Jackson Dart's tape and who he is as a quarterback in the NFL. But I mean, Kellen Moore, you talk about making sure that your clock's going to be able to tick for a little bit longer in New Orleans. Having a guy like Jackson Dart, hey, I need 2-3 years to build an offense with him to actually get him comfortable. But what do we got? 9 to the 8s.
I mean, as far as like Kellen Moore and it comes to the Saints, he's a former quarterback himself. He's a very smart individual, lasted a long time in the league. He's got all the tools as far as an offensive mind and able to get a quarterback to perform at a high level in the NFL. Me personally, I would go Shador Sanders. I think Shador is probably the second best quarterback in this draft. If they go Jackson Dart, okay, that's perfectly fine. But as far as a day 1 starter, I think you're better off going Shador Sanders over Jackson Dart.
I like that. That's a good analysis, and especially add on top of you're saying he played for a while. Is the guy that progressed every single year that he was in the league. You scratch the USC year, the first year, but in the 3 years at Ole Miss, 20, 23, 29, his touchdowns increasingly going up. 2,900, 3,300, 4,200. I mean, this is a guy that puts the work in on the offseason, and it's going to come down to realistically, I mean, if the Saints take him, Kellen Moore he's worked with a guy like Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Jackson Dart. You know, he's an athlete. You're a little quicker than maybe I guess you could say Shador, but I don't want Jackson Dart here. If I was the Saints general manager, I'm taking best available defense or offense. I'm kind of just picking and running and seeing what happens round 2. But as he comes up to the podium, you know what that means. It's Owen's favorite part. He loves it. He puts a smile at his face every time.
I can't believe we're here. The Saints fall all the way to the 8th pick, one of the worst teams in the league.
Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas.
Offensive tackle.
Oh, my. Not going to lie. I wasn't ready for this at night.
Not ready.
I got to scroll. Hold on. I got to get there.
I was not ready for that.
I got it. Kelvin Banks, 6'4", 324. In my notes, I got he's a bully. He plays the right way, not the wrong way. He loves to play the pass. I mean, the run the run blocking ability needs to be worked on, but he's an immediate day one plug and play left tackle, not a right tackle like Armand and Membu. And, the 6'4", 324 frame may scare some people off like it did Will Campbell, but he's got long arms, 33.5-inch arms. He's an absolute bully, and he loves to get his hands dirty.
I mean, from watching him in Texas and guard Quinn Ewers, he did a phenomenal job. He was a very good as tackle when it came to pulling. However, the biggest concerns when it comes to him is one, like you mentioned, his lack of size. He's got average arm length, and then he struggles once taking off the ball to recover as quickly as possible. So that could potentially lead into possibly him being in the backfield more times than not. However, he's got all the strength. He's got the footwork in order to have success in the NFL. So it's an all-around great prospect and a great player for the Saints, looking to probably rebuild their offense altogether. It's interesting to see. Are they fully committed on Derek Carr? It looks potentially like it, or they're looking to get a quarterback maybe in the later rounds moving here forward.
Almost like we were saying with the Browns, too. Maybe they're in the hunt to come back into the first round, do what they can, and maybe end with a Shedeur Sanders in front of Pittsburgh, or even a Jackson Dart, or even a Jalen Milroe. I mean, there are quarterbacks there. I'm struggling to find the one package we need, but don't worry about me. Bears.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I mean, I didn't think Shedeur belonged in the top 15. You know what I mean? Belonged in the top 10, top 15. He might not even go in the first round, but it is definitely an interesting pick here for the Saints. I respect it, honestly, trying to shore up that offensive line. They've had some struggles there the last couple of years. Obviously, the defense, they've feeling pretty good about it with the offseason signing, so I'm not surprised they didn't go defense. But, hey, man, no, they're not going anywhere anytime fast, but good luck to them.
Talk about a need, too, on top of the fact. I was a little blanked out the last 5 seconds, but Ryan Ramczyk retiring definitely adds a little wrinkle into this. You can move Trevor Penning over to the right side, but it's not Roger Goodell walking up, so I got a little scared, but here we go.
That'd be the fastest pick of the night.
The Chicago Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. Is this going to be Hampton? I'm going to cry, Adele, if this is Hampton.
I don't think so.
I will cry. Who's it? That's not.
Two pretty ladies announcing the
Who's
pick.
that?
And we are looking at the NFL schedule release of 2025.
So this ain't even a pick.
No, we're getting this is their
every game
their
revealed.
sponsors.
Yeah, we're talking about the schedule coming up.
Rumor has it they love Colston Loveland, but Tyler Warren is there.
Expanding international games and matchups. All right, what are they saying here, man? Come on, let's get it going.
I mean, realistically, if this is edge rusher, D-line, I'm not going to be shocked by this one either. Mikael Williams, Walter Nolan, have some fun having a 3-4 technique.
This early for Mikael Williams, you think?
I like Mikael this early.
Jeez. I didn't realize
a huge need for that.
I didn't realize his stock jumped that high. I know Georgia, long arms, athletic, like he's good, and he has the potential to grow for sure. But I mean, I guess I didn't expect him to go 10. If he does go 10, that would have been like Kelvin Banks. Caught me off guard.
Listen, they're called the Monsters of the Midway for a reason. I wouldn't be surprised when it comes to defense. However, I don't see them going tight end as far as they have a Cole Clement still on the tight end roster. And I would be shocked here. However, they have the talent. I think if anything, Caleb Williams would probably need an offensive line altogether. But I truly think they go defense here moving forward.
I'll tell you what, man. There might be a couple guys in the Bears war room upset that Kelvin just went right before. It makes it. You talk about Caleb Williams and how much help he needs back there. It makes you wonder. Maybe that's why the Saints did that.
I mean, Larry Obram. Who's their other tackle? They actually have 2 solid tackles.
Dude, Caleb got touched way too much.
Yeah, but they Joe Thuney now in the cut. They brought in a center. Hold on, I'm bringing it up.
Pick's finally in now.
Here we go. There he is.
Yeah, Braxton Jones and Jonah Jackson.
They're doing something for Steve McMichael. NFL legend passed away yesterday.
Oh, no, it's Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones. They don't need to go tackle. They're all right. Added Jonah Jackson, Drew Dowman from the Falcons, and Joe Thuney. That can't be an O-line pick when you just did 3 free agents on the interior side of the ball.
Never know.
No, sure, absolutely.
Never know.
I've seen a team draft 3 centers in a row.
Wait,
3
what?
years straight.
Who?
Wait, what?
Centers?
The Chargers didn't do that, did they?
Not the Sixers.
Oh, he's talking about football. He's talking about basketball. Well, yeah, that's different, bro. The NBA is silly. That's for another day.
That's Sam Hankey for you.
Go Nuggets.
Yeah, the NBA playoffs are going on right now, actually. I know that the Knicks were up 13 last time I checked, like 10, 20 minutes ago, but we are focusing here on the draft as 50th anniversary Walter Payton selection.
Sweetness, baby.
Sweetness. One of the best nicknames ever. Sweetness.
Could be a running back.
Was that anything, man?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Crazy nickname,
He
bro.
wore a headband. That
How
said
do you end up
Sweetness
with that?
across the
It's
top.
so cold.
That's a crazy
Grown men
nickname,
called him
not gonna
Sweetness
lie.
when they were tackling him.
Yeah,
He
I
would
know.
stiff on you in the dirt. And you'd be like, oh, thanks, Sweetness. Thanks, Walt.
I'm sure it didn't go down
There's
like
nothing sweet
that.
about
Maybe.
that, man.
Yeah, nothing sweet. I bet that was part of it. There's nothing sweet about it, but because at the same time, he was such a nice guy.
With the Colston Loveland with the 10th pick. I tell you, I have a
Whoa.
third eye.
Whoa.
With a
Look,
tight end.
Ben Johnson coming into the cut now wants to be able to do whatever he wants to do. Cole Kmet is a very good run blocker. Now Colston Loveland gives you a little bit of a mix-up with the offense as a whole. Roman Dunze obviously gets the ability for a second-year leap. And DJ Moore in the cut. I mean, this is an offense that Brian Johnson's going to have a lot of fun
A lot of size, a lot of
scheming around
skill.
for.
Yeah.
Colston Loveland, more your versatile tight end. Shocked that he went over Tyler Warren. Very shocked about that. But Colston Loveland, more the newer age tight end, being able to run routes, find holes in a soft zone. Michigan absolutely loved him. They treated him like their wide receiver one.
Niners wasted
There's
no
a
time.
lot to like with this kid. And the fact that he's only 21, just turned 21 a month ago. He's so raw, it hurts. And he's just so crisp at the same time. Colston Loveland's a good time.
Can we just talk about what the Niners just did?
What?
Sped up the night for us. Pick is already in.
I thought you were reacting to what Jarrett just said. Yeah, we do have a crazy quick turnaround as the Niners only took 10 seconds.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
Colston Loveland, man, a little bit skinny, but yeah, you mentioned super athletic. Can go up and get it, can run, showing some run blocking here.
So is this the part of the draft where I just say Mikael Williams till he gets drafted?
Mikael Williams.
To the Niners.
You talk about another team that needs a lot, lost so much in free agency. Alfunga, Greenlaw, Debo got traded to the Commanders.
Ward,
Hargrave, Ward, Travarius Ward is a Colt now.
they're cleaned out.
They really did lose a lot then.
Getting out of
That's
Steve
still crazy to
Mason,
me.
he's Jordan Mason.
They
He's
didn't pay
gone.
Brock Purdy yet, did they?
Not
Oh,
yet.
last year,
Not
yeah,
yet.
and last year Eric Armstead. Yeah, we were talking about he ain't there no more. Man, oh,
Leonard
man.
Floyd.
And they
Yeah,
didn't,
he's with
they didn't want to
Atlanta.
ring.
Atlanta, man. Yeah, that's no. Got the Saints, got the Panthers, got the Falcons, Bucks.
Bears
Atlanta.
are going to be a scary team.
I think it is
this year.
Atlanta.
I like that pick. Colston
Yeah, it's a
Loveland's
good
fun.
team.
That
I think
and
it is
12
Atlanta.
personnel.
Leonard Floyd.
Well, DeAndre Swift gets to breathe a little bit here. He probably thought they were taking a running back.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
okay. I was thinking of somebody else. Yeah, Devon Diablo as well. Yeah, a couple guys. Yeah.
Listen, we talked about Caleb Williams as far as a rookie individual. Last year, he did have his struggles, but it's year 2. He's getting more weapons. I see there's no excuses. He's got the talent. I see altogether this Bears team could potentially has to win more than 8 games. That's my prediction. I think they're too talented on the defensive end. And with this addition, they're going to be very talented on the offensive end. I think this is an 8 to 9 win team, even more moving forward.
People are a little too cruel on Caleb. If anything, goes back to what Owen was asking with Abdul Carter. You know, you put the statistical measurables up to where you are selected. It adds a little bit of weight to how, sustainable people are going to find you in the NFL, how easy it is to move on from you. But like you just said, no excuses for Caleb. Brian Johnson's loading up for him, the former Lions offensive coordinator. And he gets to have fun. Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland. So far, DeAndre Swift keeps his job. Number 1 overall pick, Caleb, Roman Dunze, DJ Moore. It's an offense with a lot of pieces.
And they added some help in the offensive line as well. And I think Caleb Williams is a phenomenal talent. I think Caleb Williams, like from watching him in previous games last year, there's a lot of games where he did get sacked, where he did underperform. But the games he did perform, it's like watching a magician under quarterback. He was just phenomenal, escaping the pocket, able to extend plays, and he's able to make any throw. That's something that Caleb Williams as an NFL prospect is top tier. And I think with this addition, we're just going to see maybe the emergence of Caleb Williams taking that next step into maybe an NFL All-Pro future.
Thank you.
Now that we're out of Chicago, the Niners, who lost everybody at 11. Mikael Williams. I'm just going to keep saying it till he's drafted. Bad. It could be Jalen Walker. That'd be fun. Pass rusher can stand up a little bit for you. Yep. Trying to find the Niners depth chart.
Yeah, they do definitely have their fair share of problems on the offensive end. Defensively, they lost some big pieces, and they've had to deal with injuries. And then the offensive end, it's kind of been an even worse story with the injuries. I mean, last year, trying to keep Brandon Ayuk healthy, and then finally, once and for all, he had that bad injury. Same thing with Debo, trying to keep Debo healthy. It's really tough. Kittle is electric when he plays, though. He's a huge part of that offense, and obviously, McCaffrey not too healthy. So we'll have to see what their team looks like when McCaffrey's back. Man, that was him not being healthy for fantasy. I'm so glad I got him 2 years ago and not last year. Yeah.
Speaking about fantasy, Genty going to be a hot buzz for everyone's fantasy draft. See how high he goes, maybe top 5 running back.
This is a really good time of year for people like promoting their accounts. They put out like really dumb takes that'll get clicks and stuff. And yeah, I saw something saying like he's the number 1 pick. Like he's the number 1 fantasy running back and all that.
I got to take him in my rookie draft, 1 overall in my super flex. I have no choice. I hate the Raiders, but I have no choice.
In a rookie draft, yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But he's a Raider. It's like you taking a Cowboy.
Listen,
I don't want to, but
I said it in the other room to Corey. It's look at Shador. He's dancing and singing.
He's not going at 11. That's for sure.
It'd be crazy if you did.
That would be wild.
Under a Shanahan offense. Could you imagine?
Crazy.
Current starting QBs.
I would like that for Shador.
Mm-hmm.
An offense where he can just come in and okay, yes sir, coach, yes sir. I'll come out and do this. Process it. The processing already halfway being done with the play themselves. I mean, Kyle Shanahan would have a lot of fun with Shador, but listen, it's safe to say that's not.
It's not crazy to think because you got to think about it. They have to pay Purdy. And if they don't want to pay Purdy because he's probably going to get a contract up of $250 million, they take Shador, they get his replacement, and they move on from Purdy. It's
spoken like a true Packer fan with Jordan Love. You walking up? I got to do the thingy? Is it time? No, we're still waiting anxiously for the Niners pick. But like we keep saying, a team that really needs everything. I can't see them going tackle. Trent Williams still in the cut. Colton McKivitz. But I mean, they very well could with aging tackles. There's a lot to be had here. Maybe not, definitely not running back. Christian McCaffrey still in the cut. But we have a United States Air Force giving off the pick instead of Roger Goodell. So I got to. Yeah, Sergeant from Japan. I think that's what captions just said.
He don't look like he's from Japan.
No, he's not, but he's in Japan.
Oh, he's American. Okay. All right, I was going to say, he's American. I got you. All right. There we go. Yeah, look, there he is.
And they didn't make the pick. They were just talking.
Here it is. Yeah, he's
I pump faked everybody. Now I do it. Yeah, 2 times. Just in case you do it wrong.
Who they got?
The 11th pick in the 2025
Why are they baiting us with that graphic?
NFL draft. The
Usually it comes
San
up.
Francisco 49ers select any day now, Roger.
You gotta watch this. You gotta watch the closed captions, man, so you can match up the timing.
I can't read and talk at the same time. What do we?
What?
That's too much.
I thought that's what reading was.
Wait. You can't read it right at the same time.
I thought that was what reading was. Here we go.
Mikael Williams.
Oh, look at that. There it is. You don't have to keep saying it.
See, it's done. That's it. Mikael, an absolute bad man out of Georgia as I scroll through to find my defensive end notes.
Look, man, he's a good player. Originally, the first batch of mock drafts had him go to the Eagles. And then the workouts began. And this guy just kept climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. Yeah, man, he was all the way up at like 8, some guys' drafts. But look at Mikael Williams, man. Happy for him. He's going to enjoy San Francisco. Awful city, terrible place, but they do have some good fans, and they do have fun football team.
And they're getting a really good edge rusher. You know, we're talking 3-4 on the inside. He can play outside of a 4-3, 6'5", 265 pounds. He's a Swiss Army knife. You can play him all across the D line like the Kansas City Chiefs do with Chris Jones. Oh, thank you. A great run defender. He's got a great motor. He's a natural defender. He's got sack upside, but the production wasn't necessarily there in the sack department, but he definitely has the upside to get after the quarterback. He's just an all-around fun player to have on your defensive line, and a defensive line's coach dream to just have him just go get your quarterback and just have a reliable run defender like Mikkel, like getting his hands up, getting dirty.
He's highlight showing a beast right now.
He's a bad dude.
Them Georgia Bulldogs are different, man. Trust me, us Eagles fans know.
If he'd have fell to 32, I would have lost my mind.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know that. Since that first batch of mock drafts, he is nowhere near that. He
now we got the Cowboys
pretty fast
on the clock. The pick is in. As Mikkel puts that really small hat on a big head. Look how fat. Look how.
He's on like the last one. Yeah, he's on like the last
God.
clip. Yeah, man.
He's got such a big braid.
He's a big dude, man.
That's a lot of guy.
You pair him up with Nick Bosa.
Fun time. I mean, without a doubt, a need. I mean, you get a great value with Mikkel Williams. Like Owen was saying, people probably expected him to go maybe later in the teens. 11's maybe a little too early for people's fancy, but I like it a lot. I think Mikkel Williams, top 10 player in this draft. Just an all-around great selection for a franchise. Losing a lot. But
Coachable, man. He's going to be able to learn from Nick.
Well, now with the Cowboys on the clock, this is an interesting one. I really hope this isn't Amari and Hampton.
Look at that ugly blue, man.
Whoa. But we talk about a team that also, like the Niners, needs a lot. But Goodell already making it.
Go ahead.
With the 12th pick. Well, I'm not doing it now. We're late.
It very well.
With the 12th pick.
It very well could be.
Tyler Booker, guard out of Alabama.
Unexpected for me.
Definitely a little early, for sure. I mean, the player in the tape deserves the pick, and definitely a need for Dallas as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyler Booker is going to be this was my biggest need for the Cowboys was offensive line coming into this draft. They needed that. They needed to hit this, and I'm happy that they didn't Jerry Jones this and just say, give me the fun guy. Give me a cool one. But this
He's
is
happy, man.
them doing their homework. It gets to be a lineman for the Cowboys. This is any lineman's dream. But Adele, give me Tyler Booker.
Listen, it is a dream come true for the Cowboys. They move on from Zach Martin as he retired during this offseason. And I think Tyler Booker as a talent, he does have phenomenal talent similar to like a Zach Martin, able to pull at a high level, able to make the blocks to the second level. When he pulls around, he's able to get to the linebackers. And then he's a very strong individual as far as his arm strength, as far as his presence in the offensive line. He's able to make a lot of blocks that most guards aren't, and this is why they're picking him right now during the selection.
He had a lot of flexibility to his game, too. Played tackle for a little bit this last season. He's even played a little bit of center his sophomore year, but he's a lot of dude. We're 6'5", 342 pounds, 34.5-inch arms. Power is his biggest point for me, for my interest. And what was this? 25 games played at true guard, and Saban raves about him as if he is the offensive version of Will Anderson.
Woo. Listen, someone's got to block Jalen Carter. They might have just got their guy.
But as much as we all want to talk about the Dolphins, we got to take a quick break, and then the draft war room. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Did you know you could book a meeting with campus dietitian Deneen Denkovich? You are able to schedule a meeting at any time by contacting Deneen at deneen.denkovich@sodexo.com. Available services to discuss are food allergies, eating healthy on campus, vegetarian and vegan nutrition, eating disorders and disordered eating, and more. Make sure to schedule a meeting with Deneen Denkovich at sodexo.com for more information. The second and final spring open house will be held on April 26, 2025. The event will be held on the Camden campus of Camden County College. You can RSVP right now. Check-in will begin at 8:15 a.m. with the welcome session starting at 8:30 a.m. This will take place in the Camden Conference Center on 601 Cooper Street in Camden, New Jersey. For any additional questions, you can email admissions@camdencc.edu. The fourth and final open mic will be held on April 25th, 2025 from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. in the West Cafeteria on the Blackwood campus of Camden County College. This event is put on by the Arts at Camden County College, and students, faculty, staff, and community members are welcome to perform their talents. Once again, that will be April 25th, 12:30 to 2 p.m. on the Blackwood campus of Camden County College in the West Cafeteria from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Newman University's full tuition scholarship for Camden County College is available to make your education goals even more affordable. The scholarship covers all tuition for the recipient's 2 years at NU. Newman University enjoys a robust partnership with Camden County College to foster a stronger bachelor's completion rate with their students. For students entering fall of 2025, Newman University will award one student from CCC a full tuition scholarship. The application deadline is Thursday, May 29, 2025. Are you a current CCC student curious to learn more about the CCC Rutgers University Camden Premier Partnership, the benefits of the partnership, and what campus life is like? Then sign up for the exclusive and free bus trip to Rutgers University Camden on Friday, May 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Students interested in attending the open house and using the Rutgers bus must complete the registration form that can be found on the Transfer Services event page with their CCC email. Again, the free bus trip to Rutgers University Camden will be held May 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
For you, if you had to give one word for the big three quarterbacks as Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, and Shedeur Sanders, what would you, if you had to give one word for them, what would you say for each?
Ward would be amazing. Shedeur would be phenomenal. Dart would be risky.
Okay.
And I have Milroy as my number 3. Dart to me is the one quarterback that everyone has latched on this season to pump up, unjustified, because if we're a lot of Dart's hype, if you could trace it back to this mid-January, early January, off a throw in a bowl game. No one was talking about Dart as a first rounder during the football months of September through November. In fact, the last time we saw Dart play a regular season football game, he was, blowing the chances of Ole Miss going to playoffs by throwing 3 interceptions in 2 minutes against Florida.
You're listening to the WDBK Radio War Room. Let's get back to the show.
Hey, welcome back live. 91.5 WDBK's live draft War Room. The Dolphins still haven't made their pick. That's nice. Every time we take a break, everyone waits for us to get back, get our bearings all situated. Yeah. But thank you, Vince NFL. Joins us again. Welcome back, my friend.
Hello.
The Jet Man himself. All right, that's it. No more Jet jokes. No more Jet
Go
jokes.
Birds.
Just 4 minutes.
It's the green. Oh. It's the green that's getting me,
Right, I understand. I mean, there's a lot to be had with the Miami pick. One could argue, like the Panthers, they need quarterback, but Tyreek Hill,
I don't know.
Jalen Ramsey potentially out the door. It was a joke.
I think Tua is going to have a good year next year. I think he will. I think Tua, and then Waddle especially. Waddle's going to have a bounce back here, I think.
I hope so. Well, this is a team that needs quite a bit, almost like the Niners, safety, cornerback, linebacker, edge rusher, D-line, guard, tackle, maybe even Jalen Ramsey and Tyreek Hill not in the cut. But what do we think? Where are we at? What do we want to see?
I want to see defense here. I want to see defense. As much as I think Tua's going to have a good year next year, I think he's got his weapons. I don't know, actually. You know what? I think we'll see defense here. I think we'll see defensive line.
It'll be my boy Walter Nolan.
Defensive line stacked draft. So I think it could be Walter Nolan. It's not a bad shout.
I'm very surprised Tyler Warren's still on the board with Colston Loveland being picked in front of him. Who else is still on the board?
They could get their Gesicki back. Remember, they had Gesicki and they had fun throwing it up.
Got
to
John
him.
Smith.
Yeah, John was unbelievable.
He's aging like a fine wine.
Dude, he was unbelievable last year.
Could be corner other than Travis Hunter. Still haven't had one of them taken. Yeah. Defensive lineman other than Mason Graham and Mikael Williams are all still there. I mean, this is interesting.
I'm keeping an eye on Nick Emonwori. I still want him to stay on the board for as long as possible. And there's something in the back of my mind that thinks that Howie's going to make a move for him. I don't know.
But he's walking up, and I got to time this up so Owen doesn't yell at me. I'll do this right. I'm going to read and talk because I can do it. Yeah.
Didn't you just say earlier you couldn't read?
No, I can. I learned how.
We're learning.
I learned how.
This is college.
Oh, I missed it. It's Kenneth Grant, deep tackle at
It's going to be Kenneth. Oh,
wow. I mean, you're talking about early, Owen.
They do go D-line.
Matter in fact, early. The big man who ran a 5.07 in the history, if it tends to repeat itself, is often a good measurement to see the extent and how good they're going to be in the league. Not saying you got to be a fast defensive lineman, but 9 times out of 10, if you do run a decently fast 40 when you're 340 pounds, 6'3", I mean, there's a lot to like with him. He's great with interior pass rush. He's an immediate day one run defender. Plug and play him for run defense. And a great push defender, even though he doesn't have to see that very much. But you got to put double teams on this guy. It's a lot of man coming at you. And if you don't have 3 arms on him, and last time I checked, no human on this planet has 3 arms. So that means put 2 bodies on him. He's going to be a disruptive force for the Dolphins. And Chop Robinson, Bradley Chubb getting some help on the interior. Mason Graham's happy his boy went off the board. And the Dolphins at 13, Kenneth Grant, a fast big man.
Before Harmon, before Nolan.
I'm very shocked with that.
Down to Miami he goes.
And I originally had him. I know. I wish I had Corey in here with me. I originally had him possibly going around the Chargers area.
Oh yeah.
But that's something where again we were speaking of incredible. You said the good tush push stopper, right? But
most mocks had him back in the 20s. You're right.
He is something it's crazy. He had over 6.5 sacks past 2 years. So I mean, you look at that again. This is not something I really want to direct specifically to stats. I want to direct on how he changes the game in terms of just the strength in general. Of being able to get low in certain situations and really, just disrupt, offensive schemes. I mean, this is something that, it's going to be something for. I mean, you look at Miami, right? A team that kind of needs this little kick, right? I mean, Owen, you were saying you were expecting Tua next year to kind of have a bounce back because I mean, it's almost like a storybook in a way of he's. In a way, he hasn't been doing the greatest, of course, with the head injuries. Which I mean, if you're going to get head injuries, of course you're going to be. I mean, it's going to take a toll. So
you say it feels like it's been a story that's building here.
A chance. I mean,
could this be like his last year if it doesn't go well for him? If he picks up another injury, so that's why I say it's kind of like an all out type thing. So
it's a do or die.
Potentially.
That's a good pick for them.
Though. We got the Colts on the clock. I'm gonna run through their package real quick, and we'll be right back in less than 15 seconds.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Corey Avery, and I'm here to talk about the Colts all-season move. Khalil Herbert left the Bengals and signed with the Colts. Travarius Ward signed with the Colts, leaving the Niners. And the Colts also have 7 picks in this year's draft.
7 picks.
Appreciate
7 picks.
And Tyler Warren off the clock.
Wow. Nice.
He talked about an immediate weapon and upgrade in the passing department.
I like that a lot. My friend Will is going to love that.
The Anthony Richardson story is
that's
a whole other conversation, but Tyler, beyond versatile, I'm not trying to compare him to Gronk, but it gives you more passing production and run blocking production than a Colston Loveland, where Tyler Warren is the complete package at tight end. There's a lot to like with him. They even used them on a couple of quarterback sneaks, a couple of running back handoffs, ISOs up the gut. I mean, Tyler Warren there's a mismatch with his height, his route running, his ability to get open. There's a lot to love with this Penn State kid. And Anthony Richardson finally has a security blanket, not named Michael Pittman, to throw the ball to.
Yeah, this is a great
love
pick.
This pick.
This is a great pick for them. They needed some more firepower on that offense.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce is a good deep threat, but you talk about consistency. Can he be enough?
Michael Pittman, not a great year last year. Josh Downs on the up and up, but their receiving core could definitely use some more help. And I think Tyler Warren's going to be a huge, huge boost. Question now is going to be AR.
No, absolutely. He's the second part of that puzzle.
I say that's the question now. AR is the question. His nickname should be the question mark, honestly.
Now we got the Falcons on the clock.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be surprised if we see before it says the pick is in that there's a trade. The Atlanta Falcons only have 5 picks in this entire class, only 2 being in the top 100. Yeah, no third. They have a first and a 46. Thank you, Nick, for pulling that up for me. But
yes, sir.
The Falcons need quite a lot, and I'm not going to be surprised if this goes all the way down to 2 minutes and they trade this for maybe a second, a third. Just trying to get a little bit more ammo. Not just for. I mean, they'll probably swap with somebody, but just to get a little bit more ammo.
They had a slightly active offseason, as I mentioned in the package there. They had a couple things going on. But, yeah, I mean, this is another wild card pick here. And, you're not wrong to say they might even bump it back a bit.
Speaking about your package, dare I say, let's play it? Roll the tape.
ATL Jacob. The Atlanta Falcons have been somewhat quiet this offseason, but their most notable signing being linebacker Devon Diablo. Pretty surprising after an underwhelming season, I must say. He's been added on for another $14 million over the next 2 years, while they also added edge Leonard Floyd for 1 year, $10 million, and DBs Mike Hughes and Mike Ford Jr. On the offensive side, the Falcons re-signed their left tackle Jake Matthews for 2 years, $45 million. An expensive position, indeed. Offensively, there may not be much to look forward to, besides Bijan, London, maybe Kaj. Fans are definitely hoping for a Michael Penix breakout year. Oh, and Pitts could finally be on the chopping block. I'll be interested to see if the Falcons decide to get yet another weapon for Michael Penix, or if they decide to bolster up the defense.
Don't miss.
Wow, what a catch.
Thank you.
That. What a catch.
That one.
Wow.
We're about to take an unneeded break, but the Falcons are still on the clock. I have a crystal ball. I was going to lead with this saying that we are not always correct with the draft, but Mikel Williams, Falcons traded down. Say I have insiders. It's okay.
Is it confirmed they're trading down?
No, I don't. It's taking this long.
I'm looking over here because they're in you're in the 15th. I mean, I don't know. You're kind of like stuck in the.
A lot of value here.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck in one of those areas. Of course, I'm expecting. I mean, what I was originally looking at for the Falcons coming into this was an edge. Now
a lot of them available.
Yeah,
that's the thing. But you have again a foundation draft like
Jalen Walker still on the board.
Dude, this could be Pierce or Stewart here easily. Either one of them.
I like either of those.
I think that's a good point.
If this isn't Jalen Walker, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, if not no offense to James Pierce and Shamar Stewart, but at the same time, what Jalen Walker brings to the table, I mean, his size, his speed, an alpha dog. We're the captain. We're the C for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason why this guy is sliding this far. There's got to be a reason.
6'2", 245. They hate putting him at bookend. That's what the Falcons need. Shamar Stewart, you talk about a guy that can just impose his will and can play on the inside for them after losing Greedy Jarrett. Shamar Stewart, giggle, but that would be a great pick. Brianna? Josh?
Wake me up. Thank you. No, Jalen Walker has to be the next pick. Has to be. But we should see.
Another Bulldog.
I don't know.
Another Bulldog.
He gets to stay home.
I don't know.
Atlanta,
this draft just been surprising me so much. I don't know what to expect anymore. I'm just waiting, honestly.
I mean, you look
when they trade this
waiting
pick,
and looking by surprise.
I mean, you look with
I'm here.
The Falcons. I mean, you look at their line for the defense, especially. You look at the amount of people that they lost this year for the defensive line. I mean, the amount of defensive tackles that went out. I mean, it's the Goldman and Graham immediately, right? One went to Washington, one went. Excuse me, no, Graham stayed. That's my mistake. But Goldman is the one I'm trying to key into. That's something that the Falcons right now, they're kind of one of those teams that's just kind of they're just floating out there. They're kind of, and again, what's the draft pick show you? They're at 15, so that's just a team that's trying to really. I
moved on from Grady Jarrett last year too.
Yeah,
the last 3 years being all offense. Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to
Phoenix,
outscore your opponents
4
all
years.
the time. It's just
you need a defense. I mean, other than Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell, the most overrated corner in the league.
You think he's overrated? You don't like him?
No, I do. That's just I don't think he's top 5.
There was a
I don't think he's top 5.
Well, maybe not last year. There was a couple years ago. Was it Sauce's first year or the year before that?
Could be your boy Nick Manwaria.
Terrell had a freak year and just completely flew under the radar. But since then, he hasn't had a similar year, which is why a bunch of people say he's overrated, because he had one underrated year, and then since then he's been overrated.
How far are you guys expecting Shador to drop if he doesn't get picked this second
round?
Yeah. Pittsburgh at 21. I think they'll pull the trigger. Someone's going to try, like Goodell was saying, to get in front of Pittsburgh. Maybe even Cleveland, a division rival, to jump in front and get their quarterback. I mean, they are just letting the clock.
Look at that.
Yeah, they are.
So I was saying he's dropping. Look at that. Less than 1% chance, according to the ESPN draft day predictor, that he'd still be here. They have to take him.
The pick is in.
Okay. It's him or James Pierce.
No one wanted to give them the package that they wanted to be able to move down.
It took their time with this pick.
For real. It has to be him or James Pierce, though.
Took damn near the whole 10 minutes.
2013, 2010, 2007.
It is muted for us, and they're probably saying it on repeat. But I get the amount of times they're probably saying James Pierce and his character concerns. And when are we not going to learn from that mistake? When are we going to judge the character? When are we going to judge the person instead of just watching the tape and seeing the football player absolutely take over and dominate?
They said the same thing about Jalen Carter. And look at what we got, man.
Yeah.
He did lie to 5 cops, but that's anywho.
Take your pros and cons, right? We don't need to.
All I'm gonna say,
character concerns and lying to 5 policemen are completely different.
When you're an athlete in this day and age, sometimes you be getting away with stuff. Sometimes you be getting away with. Sometimes you be getting away with stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. Sometimes, man, they got a good sometimes.
Here we go. It is the ugly truth, but there's a lot to be had with this 15th pick. Wow, how shocking! What if Shador name just pops up at the bottom?
Insane.
That lose their mind.
Nah, that would be
Michael Penix.
Shador saying,
"You want to talk about a wild draft?
Worse than Luka.
That would be bad.
Because they were saying Michael Penix was bad, but then Kirk Cousins didn't work out. So I guess, you never know.
Still on the roster.
Yeah, I know.
Could get dealt by the end of tonight.
Yeah, because of his contract. That's the only reason he's still on the roster. It's just like, you don't want to pay that out without at least milking him a little bit.
The pick is not in.
And I get it. Your money is your money, but Kirk can't work with them. And okay, I want out of here. Let's try and help another organization. Want to at least make me feel a little intriguing.
Kirk Cousins
40 million
just doesn't really seem like I could understand all the shicey stuff out in Minnesota, but he just doesn't really seem like a gentleman that would find himself in Atlanta.
They're giving these boys.
They're going to be so sad when this is Shador.
Yeah.
They're going to panic.
The Falcons fan base is
here he comes. Here he comes.
Here we go.
Go.
It's Roger.
That tight end position. It's calling.
Yes. Every time,
there
baby.
We go.
Here it is.
Here we go. They say Shador Sanders. I'm losing.
With the 15th pick in the 2025 NFL draft.
Walker, right?
The Atlanta Falcons select Jalen Walker.
Yeah, there it is. Great pick.
Okay.
Arguably my favorite player in this class. I mean, his speed, his ability to play with power. He does everything you want to be an edge rusher. The size worries a couple people that he can't just be an immediate bookend. There's not a lot of help on that Atlanta Falcon defensive line. So he will be singled out and double teamed quite a bit, even though being a rookie. His tape's explosive. He's absolutely lightning fast. He can close on scrambling quarterbacks extremely well. And you can even stand him up a little bit if you want to. You don't want to make him a stand-up backer, but AKA a Micah Parsons light, if you will. Not calling him Micah, but the idea that he can play up top, he can get the quarterback.
Listen.
He can do a lot for your defense.
It's similar to the Jalen Carter situation, in my opinion. Georgia player, super good, slid for some reason. I think Atlanta just got a gem. Could be the best pick of the draft so far. Could be.
Yeah, they definitely got a gem. I feel like he's going to bring a lot in the Atlanta Falcons defense.
6'1",
phenomenal value. What did it say?
Definitely.
There was a 1% chance he got the
He'd
pick.
go down the start. Yeah,
insane.
Because we expected him to go earlier, and then once they put that up on the board, it's kind of like, oh my goodness, okay, yeah. Why are they even taking all this time?
Them to go early. We expected Atlanta to possibly just pass up the opportunity at this rate, especially seeing what they have to what they're looking at in the draft, the amount of picks that they do have. I mean, this is something that's going to be. I mean, you want to talk about changing a specific, being on the good side of the ball in terms of defense. This is something that could definitely spark Give them a good spark. This is something Atlanta's been looking for a while. They haven't had it. It's been something where, their defense, it's been one of those situations where they're there.
Taking on Kelvin Banks there.
Yeah. We're looking at just in general, the replays of his college season. It's just in general, he gets to stay, somewhat local, right? Somewhat.
He's going to be a beast.
Yeah. It's going to turn that Atlanta defense from being, there it is, to, we got something coming. They can build around him. And we got something cooking here for Atlanta.
And I like these undersized pass rushers going higher and higher in each and every draft. I feel like we see a 6'2", 235, 40-pound frame, and we go, how can he really stick up on the end? But we see Nolan Smith, we see Nick Benito, we see these constant speed guys that can add power to their game, just absolutely ascend to the next level. And Jalen Walker at 15, like you guys just said, a little homegrown talent. Atlanta Falcons fans may not be in love with it, but they will be in a year.
Yeah, they'll take it. It's probably one of those picks where you first see, you're like, I don't know, but then is
once
the
it happens, once the magic happens, then you be like, oh dang, my team made the right pick.
Yeah,
so
you get the experience, you get the you start to build around guys like that. You get the defense that climbs up into the top 10 before you know it, and this is something I think they have a chance of doing. So
we got the Cardinals on the clock. We're gonna run their package, and we'll be right back, everybody. 91.5 WDBK. My name is Jarrett George, and I'm ready to break down the Arizona Cardinals. They would finish 8-9 in 2024. They would re-sign wide receiver Zay Jones, linebacker, pass rusher Baron Browning, long snapper Aaron Brewer, and Julian Okonkwo, pass rusher. They would lose wide receiver Zach Pascal, guard Will Hernandez, defensive tackle Roy Lopez, linebacker Kazir White, and kicker Matt Prater is undecided. But they have signed Josh Sweat, pass rusher from the Eagles, Akeem Davis-Gathers, from linebacker from Cincinnati, defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson, Chicago's Jalen Jones, and old-time Calais Campbell.
Because you're white impending, of course. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Interesting. Just shouting him out real quick. I had a question about him just because I remember we got that one season of glory with the Eagles. Man, he was a good player. Look at Mel Kiper yelling. Look at this stupid haircut. He's so angry. What are you so angry for? You angry because you've never been right? You never been right? I don't like him, man.
All right, Jalen Walker going at 30. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you talk about sports personalities on television. Mel Kiper, one of the worst. If you want to Google him, look into his background. This guy literally knows nothing. Didn't play football, didn't coach football. Literally just woke up one day and decided he was going to be annoying. And that's the only thing that I respect about him, is that he literally is the living, breathing thing that is the bit comes first. Before your boyfriend, before your girlfriend,
really
before your significant other, before your family, the bit comes first. And Mel Kiper, a long time ago in his career, committed to the not Stephen A. Smith type, but that kind of archetype of bit. And, he never evolved. Stephen A. Smith evolved. What he's doing now, reacting like Fortnite stuff and all, having his nephew on, that's great. That's how you be a sports analyst. That's how you make it in social media. But Kiper is just, each year it gets more and more.
I'm going to tap into my crystal ball here. I think they're going Walter Nolan.
Yeah,
one of the better available defensive linemen in the class. I mean, the fact that all of them realistically are there, minus Kenneth Grant.
Wonder what Mel Kiper thinks.
Mason Graham, Mikael Williams. I mean, we only have 3, and Jalen Walker now. But realistically, interior pass rushers, only 3: Mikael Williams, Mason Graham, and wow, I already lost his name.
What's up?
Mason Graham.
Interior lineman.
Oh, just Mikael and Mason Graham.
Here we go.
And Kenneth Grant. Never mind. The Cardinals, with the 16th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, select Walter Nolan.
Yeah,
wow.
There you go.
I'm flying. These notes.
Yeah, but it's not like they're out in left field.
No.
I respect them. The Mikael Williams was kind of impressive.
You might be a genie, Jared.
I try to be. I do. I know the funny part, I was really going to sit here and say that we do not have a crystal ball, but I am flying these last couple of picks. My number 2 D tackle in this entire class. He's a 3-4 interior defensive lineman, 4-3, put him on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
He's evolved since his career took off. I mean, he played one season USC, and then he transferred to Texas A&M. Excuse me. Wow, I don't know where USC just came from. Ole Miss. Where's number 2? I have a thing with players who wear 2. You better wear that. I mean, you better be that dude.
Yeah,
he's extremely versatile.
Yeah.
His burst. I mean, if you guys play Marvel Rivals, his alternate is almost like a Magneto. Yeah. Had to throw that in there.
Oh, you're saying he's that dangerous?
Yeah, you like that? Yeah,
I like
see,
that, I like that,
he's
I
a
like
tank.
that.
No, I mean,
He's supposed to push the pile.
Walter Nolan.
Yeah,
He looks like a big dude.
One of my favorite players of this entire class.
I'm literally
He's a
looking
freak.
at him like right now, just looking at replay, just on my screen in front of me. It's like
he's a monster.
He's able, just on his ability to read, gaps as well, close them up in split seconds. I mean, just in general, like you have whether it's design QB runs or just in general, he is able to, read it in the span of split seconds, gives your QB basically no time. The pocket closes in a matter of seconds. He's just someone really incredible to force it. I mean, he does. He just, his stances here, this is playing on the, on the screen right now. If you're watching the NFL draft, but it's just his ability to just, oh man, it's crazy. It really is. They got someone right there to, again, build around. Arizona Cardinals, another team just kind of floating out there.
Another good slide pick.
Yeah.
That's
if anyone
value.
Just want to see where he could be at. I have in my notes, I have Chris Jones with 2 stars next to it. I think if he takes off, he's an immediate day 1 run defender. But if he figures out how to really tap into his pass rushing ability, Jonathan Gannon getting a toy and a half.
Jones
he can just line up all over the place.
That's a crazy comparison. Chris Jones.
The way he uses his arms, the way he dips and rips, the way that he just attacks running backs and guards the second he has his hands on them. He's a bad dude. And I think if all things were to pan out for Walter Nolan, he'll be one of the better defensive linemen in the league as a whole very soon.
Yeah. Take a look at this guy, man.
But
only time.
We got to take a quick break. Almost missed that one. And then we'll be right back. We have the Cincinnati Bengals on the clock.
Spring has sprung, and before the busy bees of Camden County College buzz off for summer vacation, it's time to fly in to register for your summer and fall semesters for advisement. With fall registration beginning on March 24th, the Advisement Center is open to assist with early registration for fall 2025 and summer 2025 courses. Don't wait. Stop by the Advisement website to schedule an advanced appointment for Mondays through Thursdays and enjoy our virtual Friday's advising appointments. Let's get you set up for the classes you need today.
Camden County College Tutoring Services. We are here to help you succeed. Do you want a little extra support to boost your confidence and grades? Camden County College is here for you. Our tutoring services offer personalized guidelines to help you master your coursework, achieve your goals, and stay on track to graduate. Find us on the 2nd floor of Wolverton Library at our Blackwood campus and in the Student Learning Center on our Camden campus. We also offer remote and limited online tutoring options for flexible support wherever you are. Our dedicated tutors are here to empower you every step of the way. Don't hesitate. Reach out and let's achieve your best together.
Did you know that Camden County College has a job board? If you go to collegecentral.com/CamdenCC, you can register and be matched automatically to jobs via Job Agent. They have tools such as an online resume builder, career-related announcements, career-related articles, and more. Just visit collegecentral.com/CamdenCC to sign up.
You're listening to 91.5 WDBK FM Blackwood, Camden County College Radio.
The Accessibility Center provides support services to students with disabilities attending Camden County College. At the Accessibility Center, we strive to create an environment that recognizes differences and builds independence. If you are a student with a disability attending Camden County College, you can connect with the Accessibility Center by calling 856-227-7200, extension 4430, or by emailing accessibilityservice@camdencc.edu. or stop by and visit us on the 1st floor of Taft Hall.
The Student Ambassador Program is a leadership opportunity for students who are dedicated to representing Camden County College. The mission of the Student Ambassador Program is to gather student leaders who will share the CCC experience with prospective students, their families, and community members, as well as represent the college both on and off campus. This program is a great way to get involved and build your resume. Your responsibilities will be welcoming students to Camden County College, answering general questions about Camden County College, conducting campus tours for visiting students, and to serve as an orientation leader and attend open houses. The requirements are that you're enrolled in at least 6 credits in a degree-seeking program. You must be in good standing academically. You have to be available to work between 5 to 10 hours per week. Some nights and weekends may be required. Experience working with diverse populations. Demonstrate a positive attitude and strong work ethic. Excellent problem-solving skills in a fast-paced environment. And be comfortable with public speaking. Learn more about the Ambassador Program at camdencc.edu.
Class of 2025 commencement is just around the corner, and your attendance at rehearsal is strongly suggested. Rehearsal will be held Thursday, May 15th at 10 a.m. Graduates will assemble in the Dennis Flyer Theater for our commencement rehearsal. Camden City students, please use the Cougar Shuttle to arrive by 10 a.m. You can sign up at the Public Safety Desk in College Hall or call 856-968-1393. If a final exam prevents you from attending the commencement rehearsal, please arrive by 10 a.m. on commencement day, Friday, May 16th at the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion in the Walt Whitman lobby. There will also be a graduation luncheon during rehearsal day. It will be in the Founders Courtyard at noon immediately following rehearsal. Congrats to the class of 2025 and see you at our commencement rehearsal.
Live from the WDBK studios in Blackwood, this is 91.5 WDBK FM, Camden County College Radio.
It is now time for 91.5 WDBK's coverage of the professional football draft. This is the WDBK War Room.
Man, welcome back. 91.5 WDBK Live Draft War Room. The Cincinnati Bengals made a pick when we were on break. Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M edge rusher, defensive lineman, 3-4 interior, and absolutely play him all across the board on the D-line. Adele, what do you got on my big boy?
He's a phenomenal prospect. He is a scary man. He is a scary man when he's up and running. He's a fantastic player. He's a very strong. He can hold his ground. He's a great run stopper as he's able to maneuver around the offensive line and he's able to make the tackle. He has all the ability to be successful in the NFL. A fantastic prospect, and especially with the Trey Hendrickson whole debacle in Cincinnati. Do they keep him? Do they move on from him? Do you pair them up together? I think that whole defense needs to be revamped. I think you keep Hendrickson. You keep obviously you just drafted Stewart. It's going to be low key. It can go from the worst defense to maybe making some noise in the next upcoming season.
Especially if Trey gets to stick around. I mean, he's 6'6", 291 pounds, and he ran a 4.59 40. 10 feet, 11 inches for his broad jump. I mean, he's an absolute freak of nature, and if you just want to go have some fun, turn on that Missouri tape. I mean, my Aggies eat them up. It's a good time. It's a good film. But like you just said, this defense very much in need of pass rush. More importantly, defense as a whole. And Shamar Stewart, I mean, now that the value's coming. I mean, the last 3 picks, Jalen Walker, Walter Nolan, now Shamar Stewart. Seattle Seahawks at pick 18. I mean, I love that suit, that all green suit on Shamar. Yeah. He gets that class from Texas A&M. Yeah.
No, this pick in general was, I mean, pretty interesting. I mean, Adele, again, what else hasn't he hit on the head today? He's been great. But, I mean, no, he brings up a great point. He could possibly, I mean, either be right by the side of, Trey Hendrickson, or he could possibly replace him. Now, this is definitely something where, I mean, again, I know some people may disagree on that or agree, but it's something
just
where
because they're different positions.
Well, I know, but it's still something where the ability, I mean, again, this is a defense where it's kind of, and I don't want to say it's 100% rebuilding phase. I don't want to say that because the Bengals right now are something where last year, obviously, it was a big dip, right? The offense would perform at a high level. The defense would come on the field and just, completely, I've been repeating that like a broken record this whole past month, actually. But it's been something, again, where, you have a new defensive coordinator. And this is going to be something from, for a production standpoint, again, is definitely going to be helping push the Bengals defense where they can keep up with the offense. They can help keep up with the momentum as well. and is going to be a huge game changer for helping Cincinnati stay in games in key situations and be able to apply, just in general, apply more, continue momentum, I should say, put that in better words, to, keep them in games and not be, I don't think they're going to be around 500 as much. And I'm not using that as a threat. I think they're going to be above 500 in such a good way coming in to this new 2025 season.
And I'm not trying to knock what you guys are saying about maybe even replacing Trey Hendrickson.
Right.
But he's a 3-4 interior defensive lineman where Hendrickson is allowed to play on the outside, which he does play on the inside on 3-4s. But ultimately, Shamar, you want to keep them together. I mean, Shamar Stewart's fine, but having Trey with him is what's going to send this defense and actually make them competent, where they've been bottom 30 in every single statistical category for defense. But the Bengals are off. The Seattle Seahawks are on the clock, and the pick is in. We are now waiting for Sir Goodell to walk up. I got to play my little button. Yeah, there it is.
Professional.
Yeah, look at me. I'm in the cut. But they need safety, D-line, linebacker, receiver with a question mark, with Cooper Kupp being that old, tight end maybe with no guard, tackle. But with the 18th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Gray Zabel, offensive lineman guard out of North Dakota State. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how much North Dakota tape any of us have watched, but the amount that I have, he reminds me of Quinn Miners. And I'm not just saying that as a low level, they went to lower colleges and this is an easy layup comparison. But that's where I'm at with him. He plays with a lot of aggression. He wants to rip your head off. There's a lot to like with Gray Zabel. Played a little bit of center at North Dakota. Don't like his flexibility to play tackle. That's why when you see him drafted right here, it says G for guard. But Gray Zabel, there's a lot to like with him out of North Dakota State. Yeah, I mean, go ahead. You're my line guy. What do you got for me?
Listen, like we talked about earlier about arm length. He is below average when it comes to arm length. And he also has trouble with his hand placement. And that's very crucial for an offensive lineman. But what he does bring, he brings the boom. I can tell you that. He brings in aggression, like you mentioned, and then he's able, every time he's playing football, it looks like he's trying to knock someone's head up. Every time, every hit, every play. And I'm excited to see what he does. He's a very phenomenal talent. Obviously, he can learn with hand placement, with NFL coaching. Hopefully, he can develop into a very star player, but that talent's there. That football mentality is there. And altogether, I think they just drafted a phenomenal player and a phenomenal young man here.
And an immediate help to the offensive line. I mean, they have two bookends with, blanking. Lucas, who are their tackles? Wow, that's bad. I just brain farted so hard. Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas.
I believe so.
They've taken them in the last 3 or 4 years. Book tackles for them, and now you get the interior help a little bit. I mean, it hasn't been a solid interior offensive line in quite a while. I mean, it's going to help out Kenneth Walker and what was the second running back? I'm so bad right now. The Seahawks I hate them after Super Bowl 42, 43 to 8. That was not a fun time. Did not appreciate that.
I mean, how do you think he's going to be in, especially in a pinch type of situation? I mean, just looking at his background and how much he can improve, an offensive line for the Seahawks, which, had its moments. I mean, what do you think? And like a pinch type of situation, how do you see him performing?
This is what they want to do. I mean, Mike McDonald coming over from the Ravens a year ago, he wants to let his defense lead the team and they want to run the rock. I mean, Sam Darnold coming over into the fold maybe changes their future a little bit.
All
sure. Right. Depending on what side of the fence you are on that one. But ultimately, this is what they want to do. They want to play mean, running, tough football, and they want their defense to be the reason why they are winning a lot more football games. Right. And when you take a guard like this, you're just going to give your defense more time to be able to stay on the sideline. And hopefully, I mean, there's still a lot that needs to be done with the Seahawks or a lot of these teams that we've already mentioned. But Gray Zabel, really key, fine addition.
And I there's one more thing I have to mention about when it comes to him playing football. He does stand a little bit too high, which for any other individual, it's like, oh, he stands too high. What does that mean? What it means is occasionally he might go off balance. And then when it comes to pass rush, because in that division, he's going to have to go against Jarrett Versa. Jarrett Versa, as soon as he stands up, is able to bull rush him and that could lead to him falling backwards due to his unbalance. But like I said, you fix that up with good coaching, that can be fixed. And then as far as hand placing, that can be fixed. And then he's got that talent and mentality to be very successful, and he keeps on growing. And then a guard from North Dakota State is going in the first round. If that's not telling of the talent this young man has, I don't know what is.
He was unanimously named the best player at practice for the Senior Bowl. So that's fun. All the scouts come together and they go, this is the best guy we watched before the actual Senior Bowl all week coming into practice. A man that's beyond dedicated, loves the game, thrived at the Senior Bowl, like I just said. And literally my biggest quirk on him is balance and leaning way too much off the line. I mean, Gray Zabel. Now we got the Bucks at 19, and then we have the best pick in the draft at 20. Yeah. Yeah. Marion Hampton, baby. It's coming home. You know, because another North Carolina running back is going to work for us after Javante did it. Phenomenal.
Yeah, where we go. We're already
Oh, they're moving now.
They're already going.
We're not going to be here till midnight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be here till 11:30. That's all.
Oh, I'm going to be here till tomorrow.
That's a bad man right there.
Just wait for them to start giving the same Rodgers treatment to Shador Sanders, and we're just going to start focusing on him.
Gosh.
Listen, Pittsburgh's at 21. Don't be surprised if it's right around the corner right now.
Maybe someone trades with Denver. They want to get in front of Pittsburgh.
Well, we're in that position right now, man.
I know Shador is just sick right now. Like,
He's
I
sick.
thought I was going to go higher.
Listen, if the plan was to go to Pittsburgh, like he's got all the money. Money's obviously not an option, but if he goes to Pittsburgh, Shador Sanders, you pair him up with Pickens and DK Metcalf, and then you still have Freiermuth, that could be a very scary team.
The Muth is loose. It's a good time in Pittsburgh with Shador. I like it a lot with Arthur Smith's offense.
Yes, 100%. And then he's going to be obviously the whole Steelers franchise or whole oriented about like second to third generational players playing for that franchise. And obviously you scored the biggest second generational player.
Let's say a 49% chance that Shador was going to go to the Dolphins. Is that what I'm reading?
Wow.
Yes.
That's
49%? Oh, my Lord.
I mean, the health concerns with Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, but I'm not taking a quarterback at 13.
Crazy.
What do I want to be, Atlanta at 9 last year? No, thank you.
But then, as much as Atlanta got knocked, it was the best decision they could have done because the Kirk Cousins situation didn't pan off. They needed someone. They looked over to Penix, and then Penix stepped up and then performed at a high level. So
you love your backup quarterbacks, don't you?
I mean, yes and no. You got to respect it. You got to have that idea.
I get the mindset. Plus, you get them. You take first round, the 5th-year option. There's a whole monopoly to it.
We getting a linebacker over here.
This could be Jahad Campbell. That's a fun
because then you can work with Levante. I mean, you work with Levante David.
You bring them back to how they were with Brady, with Devin White, and Levante David.
Oh, here we go.
With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Mika Egbuka. I'm going to give this to you, Ohio State. What do you got for me, Adele?
Phenomenal individual, phenomenal route runner, phenomenal hands. He's able to perform in high games during high situations. And then obviously we saw him perform highly against probably one of the best defenses in the nation when it came to Penn State, and even performed during Oregon. He's a phenomenal prospect across the board. One of my favorite prospects at receiver for Ohio State. Right now, obviously, LSU is wide receiver U, but right behind it is Ohio State. Don't get me wrong here. You got phenomenal talent coming each and every year when it comes to Ohio State, and I think he's got all the tools, the skill set to be very successful. And under a Buccaneers offense with Baker Mayfield under the helm, and then you still have Mike Evans, that could be a very scary offense moving forward, especially how great and successful they were during the previous season, as they were even able to knock off the Philadelphia Eagles during the regular season.
I mean, you're talking with Chris Godwin coming back from injury. They have Jalen McMillan, too. This is an offense that's going to pass some more with Baker Mayfield. Liam Cohen, no longer the offensive coordinator, play caller for them, but this is becoming a lot of fun for Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Maybe it's a little concerned of Chris Godwin, maybe his longevity, but I'm for Emeka. I mean, Owen is losing his mind in the other room right now. This is his guy. And I mean, you talk about a crisp route runner, just smooth. I mean, he looks like he's meant to play receiver. He was born to play receiver. There's a lot to like with Emeka. I was not ready for that. I'm sure you weren't ready for your guy to go at 19. I mean, now we have the best team in the league on the clock, everybody. Yeah. Title town.
Time to go to break.
Bo Nix, baby. Come on.
I mean, now that the Broncos are up, any predictions?
Who do you got?
Omari
on
and
you?
Hampton, or I'm storming out of here. And
You are
Nick has to
running
drive.
back. That's fair enough.
If
Bo Nix
or
said.
Luther Burden. I don't hate that. I'll take Luther Burden.
But
Matthew
you'd rather
Golden,
have
running back. I want Hampton.
Yeah, you
I
want
want Hampton bad. Not going to be shocked if it's Henderson either. Yes, I'm trying to cover my bases. Saying everyone who's available. Quickly, Shador.
Yeah. Well, you don't want Bo Nix, especially to be like a complete target out there every single game. I mean, everyone knows that he's a QB that we saw it last year. Some of the plays that he made, some of the dimes that he threw last year were just absolutely incredible. And these, I mean, this is something where I don't want to make it a love fest in here right now.
We can talk about Bo Nix the rest of the night.
He is. He's. I mean, there goes the jersey. Yeah. But no, it's something where seriously, you don't want Bo Nix to be a complete target. You don't want guys because they're going to aim for him. They're going to do these plays, or they're aim for the head or whatever, aim for the lower body.
Oh, please don't trade this pick.
It's going to be that'd be hilarious. We've met and see Jarrett have a fit, but
I mean, running back to Denver, especially someone that talented, it would be a scary team to face.
Big time. You have Mahomes shivering in his timbers.
I mean, and we did our due diligence in the offseason, making it so the 20th pick could be open season. We could trade back. We could take best player available. Minus running back, where's the hole on this team? Receiver, sure, but Evan Ingram, you signed him. Dre Greenlaw, Howaloni Halfungo from the Niners, brought in both Niner boys. I mean, this is best player available, and I hope we just take Omari and Hampton.
And now here's the thing. They take a running back. Obviously, you talked about receiver. You see him potentially picking up his brother.
Oh, Tez Johnson? I would like
Johnson.
that. The 40 really killed it for me. But, I mean, the tape doesn't lie, and he's an absolute burner.
But we saw that connection when they were in Oregon. They look near unstoppable together, and especially because they have that special connection. They know where they are all times on the field. And then maybe it even helped in their favor that he drops in the draft because now you can pair them up together.
True. Pick at 20, I'm going to storm out of here. But if we pick him later, sure.
Hey, you guys are still on the clock.
That'd be fun. It's taking a little bit too long for me, Sean. Come on. Go faster.
Wait,
Please.
Jarrett,
A minute 30.
Is there anyone you don't want to be drafted there?
Who don't I want? I mean, as much as I like Malachi Starks and Nick Emenwariye, we already have our safeties and Brendan Jones and Taoloni Halfunga. So ultimately, safety, I think, is the only position I wouldn't like here. But even if this is a wild card, Jahad Campbell, I like it. I think that bolsters up our defense even more. I know the Alex Singleton truthers are a little hurt by that, but I'm not that guy. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even just saying it because they're my team. I don't think they can. I'm not going to say that. But I'm not going to say what I wanted to say because then they're going to mess up the pick.
This is an interesting thing why it's taking so long. That means
we're
still phone is ringing.
We're
right
trying to get someone to say, "Hey, we know Pittsburgh's taking Shador. Take this pick from us. We want more ammo."
Could be Cleveland.
It could be. Yeah, they may be one of those teams behind the shadows. I have a feeling.
Oh, the pick is it. Thank goodness. Oh.
I wanted to see a complete breakdown happen, but I'm not going to get it.
Breakdown. You're going to see me lose my mind when we take Amari and Hampton.
We still got the Chargers to live through with Corey, so maybe I'll get entertained there. But
I mean, really, we don't need line. We do need receiver. We don't need tight end, even though Evan Ingram's 30. Obviously, don't need quarterback, best in the league.
Do you need tackle? Josh Simmons is a great prospect.
No. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Bowles is 31. Mike McGlinchey's about to be 30. He's 29. Older tackles, but I still think they have some longevity to their game. I don't think they're going to Ryan Ramczyk anytime soon. But, I mean, Josh Simmons, if it wasn't for the ACL at the beginning of last season, he'd have probably already been taken. I think people are just genuinely worried about his longevity and playing immediately day one. But I love Josh Simmons. And when you look at the tape, I mean, you're talking about a dude that's just an absolute freak. And, hey, we have the ammo to say, let's go Josh, have a left tackle with Bo for the umpteen amount of years. all right, Garrett, next year you're out of here, contractually, whatever case may be. But you know what I will say? I'll speak my truth. I've been saying it all night. I don't think we can mess this pick up. I think our roster is too well built that I think we can have some fun with this. And even if this isn't a running back, I'm ultimately going to let the vision pan out. Because, yes, I was not a Bo Nix guy. Whatever. Sue me. Like 5 years. Oh, look at him. There he is. So handsome. So handsome. Oh, my God. I'm going to lose my mind. Make the pick, Roger.
Dude, the horsies are on the...
Hey, relax. We're no My Little Ponies over here. We're 3-time Super Bowl winners.
Oh, okay.
Right, Adele?
Of course.
97?
97.
Yeah.
John Elway.
Yeah.
Just checking in.
Who's that?
It should be me. But it's not. It's whoever
I'm trying to see.
this crumb bum is.
Crumb bum. Who that?
Look at him. Man, look at that guy. Nerd. Definitely not a Bronco fan. It's probably a Chief fan.
If that doesn't
It's a
scream
Raider fan, man.
I mean, if that doesn't scream Broncos fan, I don't know what does.
Oh, wait, is his name Samuel? Is that him up there?
Yeah, that's
What a dork.
that's like an old picture though. I don't know.
Speed it up. Come on.
Assaulting himself.
At the 20th pick
What if
in the
that's like
2025 NFL draft, the Denver Broncos select. Oh, my God, please.
I hate that there's no sound.
Oh, my
I wanna hear
God,
what-
please. My phone is going nuts. I feel it.
Wow.
Is this who you? Is this who you?
Wow.
Look at it. Oh my.
There you go. So how are we feeling? I mean,
This is
forget what I said. We messed the pickup. I mean, that's
This is an interesting picture.
way.
Jadae Barron. There's a lot to like with Jadae. He's slot corner, can play a little bit of cover high. I mean, he's a very versatile hybrid secondary player. And it's a need at the end of the day. I mean, Riley Moss, injury prone, really showed that he can't go up against the elite corners. And Jack McMillan, I mean, way too inconsistent. Another one with injuries. Jadae Barron just makes this secondary absolutely incredible. I was not even kind of expecting corner. Shouldn't have said what I said. We can mess this pick up.
I mean, like you said, he's a phenomenal slot corner. They need someone in that position and someone to specialize on that. However, I am a little bit confused because you still have Will Johnson on the board, and then you still have other individuals on the board as far.
Take a break.
But the talent is there. I mean, it's not a bad pick for the Broncos as much as.
I mean, you haven't even seen him yet. Maybe he'll be better once he get on the team.
Listen,
or,
this is a
The
very
last time I felt like this, I wore his jersey the next draft. So maybe I'm wearing a Jadae Barron jersey.
I don't know.
Very running back heavy draft. There's still potential in the second round for the Broncos here.
You know, the funny part is Sean literally said a week ago at a press conference, we're going to do something people aren't ready for at 20.
Well, there you go.
Maybe they were trying to trade down, let a team go, you know what, Pittsburgh, go ahead, get in front of Pittsburgh so they don't take Shador, and then we're going to take Jadae Barron at, say, like 25, 26, whoever would have traded with us. But Jadae Barron, obviously huge on our board.
Wow.
I'm really mad, and I'm trying to compose myself. I'm just going to be blatant.
I mean,
Let him have his moment.
Right.
I don't know whether
He
to
was
speak
so
right now or
happy,
say what I want to say or not.
I
But
wanted a running
He
back
was so confident,
bad.
happy.
no, but I mean, you, again, Adele, with the points said today. No, I mean, you look at the second round, there's a possibility right there. I mean, I can kind of see, what Sean Payton is trying to do exactly. Again, that you look at spicing up the secondary. They are looking at, I guess, you could put it like this in terms of spicing up a certain piece of, spicing up a specific piece of your team at a time. Obviously, people wanted their running back, Jarrett, right, to take pressure off of Bo Nix so that he's not a complete target and take some pressure off of his shoulders. But, I mean, I can understand the secondary.
But getting back to what he was saying about Riley Moss, and he's not able to guard the best wide receivers in the league consistently.
Right.
I think this is a good selection. You got to be happy for Broncos country here as they potentially get their guy. And
Well, don't tell me how to feel now. I'm not happy. I'm not. I wanted a running back, and now I don't have one. Now I have to take Ashton Genty in my fantasy draft because he's going to be the only running back taken in the first round.
Hey, you know, Carey's going to Pete Carroll's going to give him like 28 carries a game.
I will say I do kind of like that pick. You just got to give me a day. Let me sit on it.
You got to sleep on it.
Yeah, I got to sleep on that one. I got to see who we get day 2 to really like this. But yes, ultimately, Riley Moss, Jack McMillan have shown their inconsistencies, and it's not flashiest in the world neither. So, Jahdae Barron, hopefully immediate plug-and-play corner to play for the Broncos and making the secondary absolutely insane. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, we've rambled about my team's terrible choice in one of the worst franchises in the league long enough. The Pittsburgh Steelers at 21. Will it be Shador? Will it be a D lineman?
I'm expecting possibly a wide receiver.
I'm thinking it's Shador here. I think we waited all night.
I am.
This is receiver. I'll give you your flowers. I don't know.
I'm expecting us a chance.
Derek Harmon, big boy at Oregon.
Wow.
Good, Adele. You drive the boat now. I'm done.
A phenomenal individual when he was in Oregon and played in the Big Ten. Obviously, a very heavy O-line, D-line conference, and he was able to perform at a high level consistently against the best teams in the nation. He's able to hold his ground, able to stop the run consistently, and he's just a monster in the interior force as he's a phenomenal prospect from top to bottom. Strong hands, strong individual, good footwork, able to stop the run, able to put his head down and drive and bull rush offensive lines back consistently.
And he's a mammoth. I mean, this is a big dude that's going to be able to swallow up a lot. I mean, Cameron Hayward's not going to be around forever. So TJ Watt gets a little bit of help on the interior side of things. And I don't know if you went into it much, but can he get after the quarterback, or we still got to wait on that? Good run stuffer.
He's a very good run stuffer, but he plays a lot interior where he doesn't consistently stop to get a pass rush in. But he's got an ability to, but not at a very high level. He's mostly a very, very successful run stopper. Right. But when you're looking at a D tackle, that's what you're looking at an individual is the elite run stopper. And then you let the other bad boys go to work as far as TJ Watt.
All righty. That's the Steelers. We're going to be right back after a break. I go lose my mind in the hallway. 22 to the Chargers.
Did you know you could book a meeting with campus dietitian Deneen Denkovich? You are able to schedule a meeting at any time by contacting Deneen at deneen.denkovich@sodexo.com. Available services to discuss are food allergies, eating healthy on campus, vegetarian and vegan nutrition, eating disorders and disordered eating, and more. Make sure to schedule a meeting with Deneen Denkovich at sodexo.com for more information. The second and final Spring Open House will be held on April 26, 2025. The event will be held on the Camden campus of Camden County College. You can RSVP right now. Check-in will begin at 8:15 a.m. with the welcome session starting at 8:30 a.m. This will take place in the Camden Conference Center on 601 Cooper Street in Camden, New Jersey. For any additional questions, you can email admissions@camdencc.edu. The fourth and final open mic will be held on April 25th, 2025 from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. in the West Cafeteria on the Blackwood campus of Camden County College. This event is put on by the Arts at Camden County College, and students, faculty, staff, and community members are welcome to perform their talents. Once again, that will be April 25th, 12:30 to 2 p.m. on the Blackwood campus of Camden County College in the West Cafeteria from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Newman University's full tuition scholarship for Camden County College is available to make your education goals even more affordable. The scholarship covers all tuition for the recipients 2 years at NU. Newman University enjoys a robust partnership with Camden County College to foster a stronger bachelor's completion rate with their students. For students entering fall of 2025, Newman University will award one student from CCC a full tuition scholarship. The application deadline is Thursday, May 29, 2025. Are you a current CCC student curious to learn more about the CCC Rutgers University Camden Premier Partnership, the benefits of the partnership, and what campus life is like? Then sign up for the exclusive and free bus trip to Rutgers University Camden on Friday, May 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Students interested in attending the open house and using the Rutgers bus must complete the registration form that can be found on the Transfer Services event page with their CCC email. Again, the free bus trip to Rutgers University Camden will be held May 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
With the 40 times this year, I feel like a lot of receivers and defensive linemen, at least, or the top end prospects, aren't coming out and running 40s. I understand like the top 15, 20 guys don't want to like tank their draft profile or where they're going to end up. Like, what would you say the reason is for the lack of 40 times this year is?
Because on this side of things in the media, we put too much onus on the 40 times and too much emphasis on how people do at the combine when no football is being played. So players have adjusted like, hey, I don't want to run this 40 here and be judged harshly off of this. So I'll wait till I have ideal conditions at my pro day and run the 40 there. Because at the end of the day, players tend to run faster at their pro days for whatever reason. I think the biggest reason is because you're comfortable. There's not a lot of stress as it is at Indy in terms of what the week entails with guys having to be up early at 5 a.m. for medicals and interviews and then having to go out there and run the 40. It doesn't yield its best chance for you to have the most ideal performance. So guys tend to, hey, if they're going to put as much emphasis on this 40-yard dash, this 40 yards in a straight line with no equipment on, I might as well do it at the most ideal spot where I can give them the best time that they're looking for.
You're listening to the WDBK Radio War Room. Let's get back to the show.
The WDBK Draft War Room as I compose myself after the Broncos mess up the pick. Anywho, Steelers, Derek Harmon. Now Shedeur Sanders waits even more. I mean, me oh my.
Corey, you taking Shedeur? Worried about Herbert?
No, I'm never worried about Herbert. Why would I do that?
No, I know.
Why would I ever?
And we were talking
about
it before we even came on here, talking about what your needs are: edge rush, defensive line, running back, even unless you're competent with Najee Harris. What do you want out of this?
Best available player or wide receiver? Why not?
Honestly, I wouldn't hate a running back in this position, especially how talented that offensive tackle is. You get Hampton with Joe O leading the way.
Slater.
You got Slater. I like Najee Harris, a phenomenal player, but on the Steelers, he sometimes consistently he doesn't really produce big run ability. And I think someone like Hampton, as soon as you insert an end, that's a potential 80-yard touchdown just waiting to happen from the Chargers.
I hope we do not waste our pick on a running back. I hope we do not waste our first round pick on a running. I'm gonna feel like Jarrett.
So do you want?
But we didn't take a running back.
Y'all didn't. I hope we don't. We just signed Najee Harris. What are we doing? Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, you should. Not 22.
Drafted a rookie last year.
So Corey, are you looking for a defensive tackle? Would that be more up your?
Whoever said that? I said the best available or a wide receiver. Matthew Golden might get picked here. Will Johnson, I wouldn't be mad at that either.
I mean, it's hardball here, so I think they could probably go defense because he's a very big defensive line type of guy where even in Michigan and even on the Niners back in the day, he always loaded up that defensive line. So I can see that from Chargers, but we'll see. They got 5 seconds. The pick's not in just yet.
There's a lot of edge rush available. The D tackles flew off the board, and the Chargers,
0.
the pick is in at all zeros on the clock. I mean, this is going to be a fun one. They were definitely trying to see what they could get for 22. I think now everyone from every pick on is going to try and, all right, come get Shedeur. Who wants him? They're going to call everyone that they possibly can to try and get some more ammo later in the draft. I'm serious. I really think like from the next every pick until he's picked, everyone's going to try and call Cleveland, call New York, call the Saints and say, hey, Jackson Dart and Shedeur are still on the board. Do you want them? And I mean, we're seeing GM's minds speak right now, and they're falling.
Yeah, this is humbling.
The defensive players are flying. How many offensive guys have we had in this?
Yeah, I know.
Cam
it's been
Ward,
Tetaroa,
Tyler, Colston, Genty. All the other running backs are still there. The other quarterbacks are still there.
I'm just hoping, one, they don't take Will Johnson here, and then two, the next pick doesn't trade down, as the Packers are just right around the corner, and Will Johnson's still on the board. Someone like Will Johnson pairing him with Jair Alexander's right there.
See how much left on his clock.
Are y'all still like in trade talks with Jair Alexander?
They were still in trade talks. However, it kind of died down, and I think most of the players already talked to the media saying how evident they want to keep Jair. So if they do decide to keep Jair, you pair him up with Will Johnson, which I thought was probably the best prospect before like the combine and everything. He on film, he's just a phenomenal talent, and I think they're going to be very successful with him. But it's only a matter of what the Chargers do here. It's very interesting. They can go multiple avenues here, and we'll wait and see what they pick.
If the guy ever comes out to the stage.
I mean, seriously, like, what are they doing?
It's another one. San Francisco was a bad too. It was like the pick was in for 10 minutes.
There's a lot. Both safeties still on the board with Malachi Starks and Nick Emenwariye.
Harbaugh looks happy, so he got a guy.
Yeah.
He's really happy
I
with.
hope someone takes my boy Maxwell Harrison. He's a dog out of Kentucky. I wouldn't have minded
there you
him.
go.
But with the 22nd pick, the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Amari and Hampton, running back out of North Carolina. Yo, do you want to just swap picks? Can we just swap picks? Oh, Corey's out of here.
What a great
Bye,
pick.
Corey. See, now we're both in the same boat. We can just swap players. It's fine. On the pack? Wait, you're up on this pick?
Mike's picked up
Or
the
did you guys
door.
just trade up for this?
No, they had that
23?
pick. But this right here is what I'm
Corey's
telling you.
storming out of Dodge.
The door.
That's how I felt. We took Jade.
This is a tale of two tapes here, a tale of two rivals in the same division. One takes one guy, one takes another. But I think as far as for the Chargers and their standpoint, I was never a big Najee Harris guy. I thought he was too inconsistent. He fell down during initial contact, where I think we're right here, especially a Harbaugh style offense. He's running smash mount football here, folks.
Corey's mad, but this is a fun pick.
But
with Harbaugh,
especially for the fact that you got a power back in Najee Harris, and then you got Hampton, that's an explosive guy. You got your thunder and lightning here.
Detroit 2.0.
This could be a very scary, similar to Detroit, where Gibbs and then David Montgomery, you have that ability to star power, and it also relieves the pressure from Herbert, especially with that struggling receiving core at times, where now you don't have to put the load directly on Herbert there, but you can have the ability to swap one in, put another in, and then you still get the same production from both running backs the entirety of the game.
Vince, you're seeing exactly what I want. This is who I wanted in orange and blue. Amari and Hampton is just a bad dude. There's really not a
the explosiveness. I mean, it's the ability to read gaps, the ability to just in general, when he goes out there, it's got like you're just watching him at that point. I mean,
he's got my favorite note. You got to have, unless you have 3 arms, you better get 4 arms to tackle this guy. And last time I checked, there's not a single person on this planet that has 3 arms. So you're not getting to him with 2 guys. Don't expect the arms to tackle him. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot to like with
footwork,
Amari and
his
Hampton.
ability to use his hips. I mean, it's just in general, all the key factors of running, he's got it down. And it's something, I mean, we were just seeing the, highlights right there, the replay highlights. And it's been something that, just looking at them, and as well, you can go back to his stats, but I mean, just really looking at the figure of him running, it just shows so much. And now, I mean, I know you're probably looking at it and you're probably like, now I see exactly what you were talking about in more depth. I mean, I've heard things from people, but I mean, you just looking at that right there, those few clips, really shows.
Listen, in the ACC, that man was cooking. That man was cooking very talented defenses, very talented teams, and then he was still performing, still able to break runs, still able to make great catches from behind the backfield and even in the slot when they put him at time. I think he's just a phenomenal running back prospect, and I think he was definitely, aside from Gentry, the second best receiver in this draft. And then I think the Chargers got themselves a fantastic player that could potentially lead them into a long playoff run, hopefully down in the future. And that's probably why they picked him, especially them being a Harbaugh guy. And then you could just tell when they drafted him that little smile, that little smirk on Harbaugh's face. He's ready. That was his guy right there from the very beginning, and he can't wait to go to work with him. But right here, we got the Green Bay Packers and Lambeau Field, ladies and gentlemen. The frozen tundra. All cheeseheads here, all excited. But here right now, you can't pass up Will Johnson. You pair Will Johnson up with Jair Alexander.
Yeah. I hope you pass
you pair him up with Jair Alexander. That's a bad man. Then you got another bad man on the other side. They're going to be drastically fantastic on that defense, especially with other rumors apparently getting Packers could acquire Pickens later in the draft. What they've been in trade talks back and forth. Packers are trying to make a power move. They made the playoffs. They were third in their division, and they need to get ahead from the Lions. They got to be able to compete with the Bears, and they got to be able to compete with Minnesota. And I think you just make a splash pick here with Will Johnson, take him, revamp that defense, and then maybe later in the draft, you get maybe wide receiver help or other help to help Jordan Love offensively, as I think this team could be a very scary team moving forward.
All right, you just nailed it on the head, especially with that division. I mean, you're talking about an insanely competitive division. Have to make sure you're content with Chicago. Have to make sure you can be able to compete with Detroit. And Minnesota's the quiet Viking just sitting there waiting to just pounce on anyone that they can.
Especially because you don't know what you got out of McCarthy. McCarthy's a fantastic individual in Michigan. He's a national champion. Obviously, he got hurt. But you forget to realize, well, not you necessarily, but I'm saying like individuals in the media, they forget J.J. McCarthy beat Sam Darnold in training camp. J.J. McCarthy outperformed him in training camp. He did. And then according to the players, it was just phenomenal. He was unstoppable in training camp as far as accuracy. And then he made fantastic throws. So it's only a question to see what they have moving forward. They even denied, because apparently there were rumors that Aaron Rodgers was trying to make a way to Minnesota. But apparently the whole team, they got the backings from the coach, the backings from the player that J.J. McCarthy is the guy moving forward. And it's going to be exciting to see what this young man has in store.
I mean, realistically, would you be mad if this is pass rush or maybe even the D linemen or the D tackles are gone, so to speak? But would you be mad if this was edge rusher?
I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world because I'm not sold on Rasheed Gary. I think he has some inconsistencies. I'm not a big fan of Lucas Van Ness. Like all credit to him. I think he's a fantastic. As far as interviews, he's a great young man and everything. I just don't think he has the consistent talent to be able to pass the rush. And then from year one, you were expecting year two to make another bounce, and it just wasn't there. If anything, there was a little small decline there in performance where I think a pass rush would be all right here. But it would be interesting to see, but I just don't see them. I can see them getting an edge rusher, but I personally here, you need someone else besides Jair to be able to guard passes, because like you saw him in the playoff game against the Eagles, Jair was out. No one really was able to stop any of the receivers. They were struggling there to be able to guard them. As low scoring of the game that was, they were just dinking and dunking the entire game. But now you get someone up, you get a healthy Jair. Could be a very scary team.
I concur. I like that. And Valentine was cute for a little bit, but the inconsistency is almost like the same we were talking about Jack McMillan and Riley Moss. They're beyond showing. And I mean, they get to have fun with this pick at 23. I mean, talk about the draft and the just what's left on the board. I mean, there's really not a lot entirely. I mean, we're pretty cleaning up on D linemen, D tackles, a couple of tackles still there. Receivers are all still there. The running backs not named Gentry and Amari and Hampton. Jordan Love going to get a backup quarterback?
Listen.
Nah, it's too early. I'm just playing.
Listen, obviously I would not see that happening, but Shedeur and Jordan Love on the same team, that would be a very scary quarterback room if I ever seen one in the NFL. I'll tell you that.
The only thing I agree with the Raiders that John Madden ever said is if you have two quarterbacks, you have none. So I don't know. I like to keep my quarterback on a little pedestal. Make sure that he knows he's the guy.
I agree that to an extent, but it's always nice to have a little guy really just in case. It's like we've seen it in prior years. Obviously, Carson Wentz, Nick Foles is the biggest examples. Joe Montana, Steve Young. It's always nice to have someone back, but not someone that young, especially with Jordan Love. That's like 26.
Yeah, exactly. That comparison was a little crazy.
Is this Goonsey Goons? Who's making your pick? Goonsey Goons.
Oh, wow.
Don't show me good again.
Wow.
It's
That's
against.
crazy. Is it going to be as crazy as the pick, though? It's going to be as crazy as the pick.
I mean, dare I say? What? Hold on, I was just waiting to see if he was going to.
I know.
Captions were going to lead me somewhere.
Oh.
Dare I say you can't mess this pick up, Adele?
You jinxed him.
No,
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have no choice. I played it on myself.
Mike Murphy's got a little smirk. He's up to something.
So it's the Chargers.
I don't get why he's upset with that. I like Anthony at 22. I get it. Najee
I'm
was
just trolling him more.
No, I hear you. If I'm him, I love that pick. I understand you spent on Najee, but exactly like we were saying, we're talking about this division. Gibbs, Monty, Harbaugh loves to run the ball. Now he has 2 workhorses. But with the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select in Green Bay.
Oh, here he goes.
They chose selection. That's what they chose.
I like that player.
They chose. It was a big speech. He's talking to his Lambo cheeseheads.
Oh. Well, yeah, you're in Green Bay. It's expected for the home crowd.
Thanks, Mark. No, who paid him to make that sign? No,
definitely got paid a lot of money. I'll tell you that.
The big bucks. Here we go.
You guys are taking the longest.
Wow.
You guys are terrible hosts. What is this? Let's go. People got a bedtime. And Bronco fans are mad.
This is scaring me a little bit.
He's
I'm not
going all over the place.
Yeah.
We're trading the pick
Adele's
live.
about ready to cling onto my arm over here.
It's okay, Adele. We're here for you. It can't be worse than Jadae Barrett at 20.
Man.
Wide receiver.
Whoa.
Did I read wide receiver there?
Matthew Golden.
Oh.
Hey. My favorite receiver in the class. But they're your Packers. I'll let you cut them up.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to go receiver only because in the last decade, Packers, aside from Jordan Love, has not taken an offensive player. They're mostly specialized on taking defensive players. But this was needed. As much as I love the wide receiver crew saying, there's not a true number 1, I think it's crucial for this team to be able to look towards a true number 1 here. The inconsistency from Dontavian Wicks, his consistent drops, the inconsistency from Christian Watson. Romeo Doubs is the only really consistent one on that Packers wide receiver crew. And then you got Reed. Reed is fantastic, but there's been at times where he no-shows. He doesn't consistently get separation, where I can see as far as the route running from this young man, Matthew Golden, this could be a potential splash play. You still keep the wide receiver room intact, and now you add probably one of the best wide receivers as far as route running on that team. And not only that, his hands of this young man is fantastic. The inconsistency when it comes to the Packers receiver, it's his drop after drop after drop. Last year, I think the Packers probably led the league as far as drops. This young man's going to be very fantastic, and hopefully, right now, I know I wanted Will Johnson, but I'm not mad that we took Matthew Golden. Hopefully, we can continue be successful moving forward.
We're talking home run speed. We're talking just a guy that's ridiculously elusive, like you alluded to. He can run routes, and it's the running routes definitely a huge part of his game. But it's the speed in which he's running his routes, his ability to cut in and out of his breaks. I mean, he's my number 1 receiver. I absolutely love Matthew Golden. I love this pick for the Packers. I wish Denver could have did something fun, but I mean, you're 4.2940. I don't know if I already said that, but I mean, dare I say this is a Christian Watson? You've been making us a little mad in the front office, so now we're taking a guy that we know has hands, can run route, and he can absolutely separate at the second half of the field.
I mean, the problem with Christian Watson, as phenomenal as a talent he was, he really doesn't have a crazy route tree. He has a go. He has a crosser from here and there, but other than that, he doesn't consistently run other routes fantastically. This man, I've seen run a fantastic routes across the board, from the comeback routes, in and out routes, and then from crossers across the field. And he's even got this. He's got the mic. He's giving the Green Bay Packers fans a speech, and he's even got a gold chain. He was built and raised for Green Bay, and we're seeing this right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is something again. I mean, this is the first time Green Bay selected a wide receiver in 23 years. it's honestly crazy. And again, you look at just in general. I mean, Jarrett was talking about the smarts. I mean, this is a guy that is going to, let's just say Jordan Love approves. I think with a big exclamation point. But this is going to be something where your offense is going to thrive even more, give some more weapons to work with, and I think you're going to see a big time rhythm. The route running is going to improve, obviously, and this is going to be something where they obviously they put another stamp on the playoffs this year, but I think this is something that really helped boost that offense, and I think you're going to be cheering way past the December, into January a lot more with this pick. So hey.
I mean, when's the last time you took receiver round one?
I mean,
it was 23 years ago.
Listen, the amount of times I've seen the Packers pass up on receivers. Was Tay a first rounder? Tay was a second rounder from Fresno State. This is a great pick. It's pretty amazing to see the Packers finally, after all these years, finally take a wide receiver, especially if someone of this talent in the first round. I'm just all around excited to see what happens. He's got big playability. He's got fantastic hands, and especially with Jordan Love that's able to make almost every pass. It's going to be great to see him hit him in stride like we're seeing here in these plays. Obviously, right here, Quinn Ewers is underthrowing a couple of these balls, but Jordan Love is able to hit them right in the money, and hopefully that can lead to like a 60-yard bomb. And maybe, obviously, this is just wishful thinking, but in this division, you got teams like the Bears with Roma Doomsday. You obviously got the Vikings with Justin Jefferson, and then you got the Lions with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Maybe Matthew Golden could be that for Green Bay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it. I think it's a smash pick for you. And speaking about your division, the 24th pick, we got the Minnesota.
Yeah, real quick before you guys
JJ McCarthy's.
Is this one in here right here? Huh. Real quick before you guys move on.
Since Corey steamed out of here.
Yeah, from that. I think that's a bad pick. I don't know, man. I think that's a bad pick. Yeah, I don't know. For Matthew Golden. I don't know.
Oh, you don't like the Golden pick?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm for it.
I don't know. It's like a team that has 4 wide receivers just went and got another one.
None of them are necessarily elite.
As an outside look. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think he will be either.
I can understand that from that perspective.
If none of them became elite there, I don't think he will become elite there either. But he does have big playability. I agree. I think of them, he has more big playability than Jaden Reed. I agree. I don't know if it's going to work out. We gonna see.
I mean, Jordan Love just needs that consistent security blanket. But right now, let me stop talking about the Packers. The pick is on for the Minnesota Vikings.
That's true.
And with the 24th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Donovan Jackson, guard out of Ohio State. That is a big body. I'm going to let you get back to back. Your Packers and now an Ohio State guy. What do you got?
Listen, I was a fan of Donovan Jackson. He was able to make fantastic blocks as far as he excels at moving outside of being able to pull into the second level. He was fantastic as he was guarding the best defenses in the nation when it came to Oregon and Penn State. He consistently proved that he was a fantastic individual, very strong, very good footwork. And then I'm interested to see what the Minnesota Vikings, especially now that you got JJ McCarthy back, that you're able to perform at that high of a level.
This is a 91.5 WDBK trade alert.
Word is there's been a trade.
The Houston Texans are trading with the New York Football Giants.
Wow.
TBD on the execs. We will get those from the Twitters later because we can't hear since we're muted. And the Giants on the clock. Is this quarterback? Is this Shador? Is this Jackson Dart?
That's a good question.
Trading back up.
I think right here it is quarterback, but it's only a matter of which one of the two. Personally, I would pick Shador, but the way they've been talking about is they're a big Dart. They've been big on Dart from the very beginning.
Just the second one of the first round. It looks like it's going to be a trade. They're taking a look into Canton, Texas here at Prime, and in the big hat in the back, that's Gilly, known Eagles fan.
And trade exactly.
It's like a third rounder in 2026 was one of the. It's just coming in now.
You got it.
Light work, no reaction from the Sanders, whereas Jackson Dart is posing for pictures. Wait a minute.
That's crazy.
The Giants have traded the number 34 overall pick, a 2025 third round pick.
He's no longer sitting on the couch. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my lord! I just
he's
lost
tapping
it.
people up.
It's changed for
my Twitter's
34.99.
nuts.
I
I'll
think
be
Jackson
honest.
Dart. I think if anything, the body language from both parties right here just proves which one is going where. And I think Jackson Dart's going to be a New York Giant.
Oh man!
Wow,
good for him.
The front office of the Giants is actually probably doing something for once. Now, again, the pick is not in.
Maybe it was the Giants, somebody, an executive or somebody within the Giants that leaked the information on Twitter about Shador's interview. Who knows?
Maybe it is sticking true. And plus the whole
Commercial
Jackson
break.
Dart
Hello,
thing
Peyton
going
Manning.
with Brian the
Hello
ball.
again, Peyton Manning.
Fun. I mean, not trying to call him Josh Allen, but he's got some Josh Allen tendencies to his game. He wants to take off. He wants to be Superman, probably a lot more than he should. He is pretty good off script, but 9 times out of 10 at Ole Miss, you wanted to stay on play with Lane Kiffin over there calling plays. But I mean, we shall see what this pick will be.
I mean, the thing I have about Jackson Dart, like obviously you said Josh Allen, which that could be his ceiling, but his floor could potentially be like a Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
The problem I have, he's got good release. He's a fantastic athlete as far as speed wise. He's got good touch with his intermediate routes, and he's able to improvise at a high level to extend plays, and he's got a strong arm. My problem is he leaves the pocket too early when he has got a clean pocket. And then my second thing is he relies too much on his primary receiver. That is a big issue where, one, it's not just that he's throwing it primarily to him. It's that he's staring down that number one receiver the entirety of the play, which that led to a lot of interceptions, that led to losses against Kentucky, and that led to struggles across the SEC, as I thought that team was talented enough to go into the playoffs, and then they underperform, where I don't wish ill on the young man. I think he's a fantastic individual. I think he got all the tools to be successful. It's just too many inconsistencies with that, and I just can't. That's just something where you can coach, but when you can't coach that could lead into very, very, very deep bad waters right there.
The Ball's going to have some fun with this, but TBD on if it is even the pick. We are going to take a break, and we shall be right back to discuss the Giants and maybe even the Rams.
Don't miss our graduation cap decorating contest. Entries will be accepted from Tuesday, April 5th, 2025 through Monday, May 5th, 2025. As a member of Camden County College's class of 2025, we know that you've worked incredibly hard to reach commencement. You earned your degree and deserve to celebrate with everyone who has helped you on this journey. Graduation cap decorations are a time-honored tradition. This creative rite of passage has been a commencement activity at Camden County College. First place, second place, and third place will all be awarded a gift card. For more information about this contest, check out camdencc.edu/graduation-cap-contest. Spring has sprung, and before the busy bees of Camden County College buzz off for summer vacation, it's time to fly in to register for your summer and fall semesters for advisement. With fall registration beginning on March 24th, the Advisement Center is open to assist with early registration for fall 2025 and summer 2025 courses. Don't wait. Stop by the Advisement website to schedule an advanced appointment for Mondays through Thursdays and enjoy our virtual Friday's advising appointments. Let's get you set up for the classes you need today.
Camden County College Tutoring Services. We are here to help you succeed. Do you want a little extra support to boost your confidence and grades? Camden County College is here for you. Our tutoring services offer personalized guidelines to help you master your coursework, achieve your goals, and stay on track to graduate. Find us on the second floor of Wolverton Library at our Blackwood campus and in the Student Learning Center on our Camden campus. We also offer remote and limited online tutoring options for flexible support wherever you are. Our dedicated tutors are here to empower you every step of the way. Don't hesitate. Reach out and let's achieve your best together.
Did you know we have a fully equipped fitness center right here on the Blackwood campus? It's true. Located inside Papiano Gymnasium and attached to the basketball court, the Wellspring Fitness Center programming advice.
And we're back. Quick break because we got some moves happening. The Giants are going with Jackson Dart, quarterback from Ole Miss. But hold on tight.
Yeah.
We do have another trade inbound via Nick Earnshaw.
Jay Sizzy, Dart Izzy.
Jackson Dart. I mean, this is a lot of fun. We were cutting it up before the pick was even made. We all pretty much alluded to Jackson
Look at him
Dart.
fake being excited to go to the Giants. Man, don't know anybody want to go there, man. What's the other trade update? Waiting. We are in.
I was via Nick Earnshaw. He made me run back in here on that.
Wow. So
I didn't
his
have
fault.
it. It wasn't me.
So we don't have it then?
It was our manager.
So we don't
I'm
have
not
our
Our
seeing
manager.
manager set us up for failure.
We don't
I'm
have
not
it.
seeing anything.
We don't
on
have it.
Twitter
We
either.
see Dart. Earnshaw has some inside knowledge.
Yeah, apparently.
We're
no, traded pick.
we're being kept in the dark for the moment
Number 26. Yeah.
about the ins and the outs.
They got another quarterback.
This is a 91.5
There he is.
WDBK trade alert.
The Los Angeles Rams are trading the 26th pick to the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams jumping back in to the bottom of the first round. I mean, we joke about it, but there is a quarterback on the board.
Yeah, I mean, we're watching.
They're not taking quarterback.
We're watching Jackson Dart right here. We're watching his tape. You see the arm
Could be Will
talent. You
Johnson.
see the accuracy. But under this Lane Kiffin, it's mostly single read right there. You see the footwork. You see the passing ability. He's got very good accuracy, very good arm to make these throws. But it's only the matter of decision making when it comes to this young man. And then this is his biggest concern.
That was a dime.
He's ultra competitive. There's a lot to like with this kid. And if Brian DeBall can really just have a brain blend with him and they can finally mesh. I mean, not finally mesh, but if they can mesh, I mean, it could be a lot of magic for New York. Already having Malik Neighbors.
I mean, never mind. I just thought of something that Brian Windhorst said.
Another thing I have with Jackson Dart, he's a fantastic improviser, but the one issue he has consistently is in the NFL you have to go down. You see it with Anthony Richardson, where you can put your body in the line, and then sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But when it comes to NFL linemen hitting you, you have to go down consistently. And then he had interviews with Gruden saying that, I was just it's in me to not go down, and then Gruden just shut that down. Where I think in the NFL, you can put your body in danger. You can put your career in danger if you don't consistently go down.
We're going to take a quick minute break, and we'll be right back.
Live from the WDBK studios in Blackwood, this is 91.5 WDBK FM, Camden County College Radio.
It is now time for 91.5 WDBK's coverage of the professional football draft. This is the WDBK War Room.
And we're back, 91.5 WDBK live draft war room. And the Falcons are up. I don't want to be a spoiler, but I know who it is. Thanks, Twitter. I'm throwing my phone
Yeah,
over
this
here.
is why I'm trying to not be on my phone.
Look at that quarterback class. Phil Simms, Phillip Rivers, Danny Dimes, and now we got
Daniel
Jackson Dart.
Quite the trend.
Daniel Jones, I cannot.
So the information on the Falcons trade for 46,
Star-studded, man. Star-studded.
Yeah, the trade 46 for 242 and a first rounder in 2026 for the Rams pick at 26. So that is, and a 101. So that's currently where we stand, like kind of for the information on behind the trade, what happened behind closed doors exactly. But now as we get back into it, as they're on the clock, it looks like we have Goodell walk to the stage.
Wouldn't it be homecoming here if they take Shador? Just like they took Deion Sanders all those years back.
No.
And with the 26th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select edge rusher.
Nice.
Pierce Jr.
James Pierce.
Wow, what a
Jr.
play by the Falcons.
My second overall pass rusher in this entire class. 6'5", 242 pounds. He's a speed demon. He's got natural pass rush abilities. You want to put him on a 3-4 on the outside. I mean, his first step is the biggest thing that steps off if you start watching Tennessee tape. There's a lot to love with James Pierce. I mean, I don't want to dive into it too far, but the reason why he did fall this far opposed to maybe a month, 2 months ago when we were looking at mocks is strictly character concerns. I don't want to dive into that. It's all speculation. It's all hooty-dooty. But, I mean, Atlanta doing what they have to. They're revamping a defense. Raheem Morris gets 2 guys on I mean, James Pierce and Jalen Walker.
That's the guy they wanted with the first pick. And they get Jalen Walker when he slides and they double back. Because, probably not making it out of this first round. So
that's a fun time.
Whoa, what a play.
That's fun. 2 immediate bookends.
Howie punching the air right now. No, I'm playing. No. Howie will be right.
I mean, it's all around. There's a lot to like James Pierce, like you said. Like he kept dropping in the board due to character concerns, but at the same time, it comes down to can he play football? And the answer is yes. This man is a freak of nature, a fantastic right off the rip when it comes to a high motor, can make a big plays off as far as in the run game and in the pass game. He's able to make sacks and then able to stop a run consistently. Altogether, if you turn on the Tennessee Volunteers game, there's one person that you're going to remember his name as far as at the end of the game, and that's James Pierce.
He's a lot of fun. We can talk about James Pierce for quite a while. I mean, look, the character concerns can be one thing, but like I was joking around earlier, when are we going to learn from that? When are we going to stop, like you just said, let the tape speak for itself and stop with the, maybe he's a bad locker room guy. Maybe he's not all that dedicated. Or who are we to say that as media people when we haven't even seen him? Mm-hmm. And everything we're saying, Owen loves him, I love him, you love him, Vince loves him. I mean, there's a lot to like with this guy.
I wouldn't say I love this guy.
That's what you talked about. I thought you loved James Pierce.
Yeah, I think he's great. I think he's a great athlete.
So you do love him.
Yeah, I don't feel any kind of emotional attraction to
I
him.
put words in your
I'm saying, as far as the way he plays football,
he's a friend. You're a friend.
Scared guy.
I've never talked to him, but he's definitely a freak athlete. He ran that 4.3 or 4.4 basically, but yeah, he can fly a little bit. We keep talking about slightly undersized edges and how good they are. Don't sleep on the edges. For sure.
I mean, really, it's going to come down to this is, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Adele, but this is product versus value. I mean, production versus tape. You didn't have all that many sacks in Tennessee accumulated in his 3 years at Tennessee. But ultimately, I mean, the size, the speed, the intangibles of James Pierce is what's pushing him over the edge.
I mean, yeah, but even last year, they were still looking at an edge rusher. They were looking at Dallas Turner last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, they passed it up for Penix, but this year you couldn't pass that up. And if anything, me personally, I think he's a better prospect than Dallas Turner altogether. I think Pierce is a very fantastic player, and there's a lot I like about this kid.
Well, I agree. I mean, especially when we talk about Dallas Turner, and there's a lot more you can do with James Pierce. Where Dallas Turner having to stick with his knuckle in the dirt and strictly be a 3-4 inside guy. I mean, James Pierce and Jalen Walker. I'm gonna put my cap on. I think Atlanta right now is the winner of round one. I love that. I mean, totally transforming their defense in the 32nd, 31st ranked in pass rush last year. They couldn't get after a quarterback if their life depended on it, and now you got 2 freaks coming off the edge.
And it's a funny thing about that. They were winning games.
True.
They were early in the season. They were winning lots of games. And then during the end of the season, obviously they had that little slump towards the end of the year. But with this addition, both additions, they could be a very scary team. And then, Penix is going to go to work here. I think Penix and especially Bijan Robinson, that offense is going to produce big numbers. And now you get 2 people that help solidify that defense. And hopefully moving forward, that could be a scary, scary defense moving forward. And especially AFC and the NFC South, it's anyone's ball game. Anyone can consistently, because that division, as far as consistency, one person can win it one year, another person can win it this year. Obviously, we're not right now. We're looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers potentially winning that, but don't be surprised if you see the Falcons potentially stepping forward and taking the division.
I agree. I like that a lot. I think this definitely, for as lackluster as the division this is going to set them over the top, especially defensively. It's going to be a battle with them in Tampa Bay for the NFC South for sure. That's fun. I mean, you come back into the first round and take another passer. You know what? We're not going to wait till round 2. We want them now. What was the trade exactly again, Vince?
Leonard Floyd on the other side, too.
The 3-man rotation. That's a good time. You can't have enough pass rushers.
No, trust me, bro. The Eagles know.
We got experience. We got experience.
Right.
We got the Ravens on the clock there right now.
We got a Super Bowl is what we got, Vince.
We also, yes. looking for another one too.
Must milk. Sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy. We got to get out of here at pick 31. Nick didn't tell you? We got to go. We can't
We're
cover
boxing it up. We're packing it
Can't
in.
cover it.
Come on.
It's okay. Be the most covered thing tomorrow. It's okay. It's okay.
All right, now we have the heavyweights battling right now. We got Baltimore, Detroit, Washington, Buffalo, Kansas City, and the Philadelphia Eagles remaining. It's been fun. I mean, anything we want to take out right now, minus the Falcons going back to two edge rushers. Anyone? You guys excited about anyone?
I mean, just looking at the beginning of this draft with all the moves. I mean, again, I was looking at it before the draft started, the movement in the top, especially the top 10. That was something where Cleveland, I was kind of not expecting that move. I for sure thought Travis Hunter was going to Cleveland. I really did. I thought that this was going to be something where, again, you have a two-way player. That really set the tone for the night. And this was going to be something where I'm like, okay, you know what? This draft is going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to be something that absolutely continued when you went through New York, New England, Jacksonville, of course, which that little, move is, it was just this draft really, it's been everywhere. It's been hard to predict, especially I know for your Broncos and the Chargers. Right? Yeah. So
the more I shit on it, the more I like Jahdae Barron, but that's beside the point. We got pick 27. The Ravens pick is indeed in. Dare I say Shedeur Sanders to the Ravens. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'm done. That's it. No more Shedeur.
Ding, ding.
Watch, it'll be him this time.
As Goodell walks up to the podium.
Announcers trying to get their last bit of talking in, talking about Malachi Stark. Talking about Malachi Stark.
That would be fun next to Kyle Hamilton.
No, yeah, it looked like that.
Oh,
Malachi
wow.
Starks. He does end up being the pick. Wow. They take a safety.
Shout out to the announcers.
They take a safety, and it's not Imam Mori. It's the best safety in the class. It's Malachi Starks. Interesting.
And there's a couple weird nuggets with Malachi Starks. I mean, a lot of people like to harp on his combine was a little lackluster. His 3-cone, his 40 time, a 4.5. I mean, it wasn't anything that came out and stuck with you. But, I mean, you stick to the tape. He's a pure definition of watch the tape, and it's not going to lie. He's a thumper. His intangibles are there. His tape speaks volume. He's a big playmaker. He covers every blade of grass. Active in the run support. Worried about him in pass coverage, but at the end of the day, a good, fine, strong safety. When you already have your cover safety in Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks gets to play cleanup a little bit.
6 foot and 7/8.
Yeah, that's a good pick for the Ravens. You pair him up with Kyle Hamilton.
That's so much fun.
It's a Harbaugh guy if I've ever seen one, and I think he's got the talent. And especially with that offense, that offense is always going to come into work. And then that defense, now with the addition of that, could be a very scary. And right now, we're not even talking about playoffs here when it comes to the Ravens. We're talking Super Bowl, and this could help them to achieve that moving forward.
Yeah, that was my first thought, was seeing this guy help them in the playoffs.
Who doesn't love adding a Georgia Bulldog
their
on
pass
defense?
Their pass defense got destroyed last year. People don't realize the Ravens are good and they like to put up points.
Their defense,
but quarterbacks ripped them last year, especially in zone coverage. I mean, I was looking for who was playing against the Ravens in fantasy last year.
Just thought about it as he's
each week.
walking out. I'm surprised Mike Green's not off the board yet.
I saw that, like you mentioned. You obviously got off the field stuff. However, that talent there, as far when he performed, it's unlike any other in the draft. It's like a bag of tricks. Someone in the second round might be getting a steal of the draft right here.
Atlanta takes a third one.
If I see
really
Atlanta
do
one
love
more
this
time.
pick. Malachi Starks and Kyle Hamilton, that's so much fun. You talk about, like Owen just said, they got shredded by quarterbacks, and now you got two just ball hawks up top with Malachi playing cleanup and Kyle Hamilton playing center field. You can even get creative with him and use him in maybe a Kirby Joseph type of way, have him really down in the box and playing a lot of the run support. But I really thought they were going to go edge rusher. I was not ready for Malachi Starks. It's fun, though. It's making an identity. It's creating a problem for opposing quarterbacks.
Hey, any quarterback's going to be scared when they see they're trying to read the defense and they have to read the two high safeties. And especially they can run them in stunts, and then they can both come off the edge sometimes in the very blitz packages from here and there.
Malachi did blitz a lot, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be so fun to see.
Now with the Detroit Lions on the clock, the pick is indeed in. There's a giraffe in the live war room.
I respect it. I respect it.
It's like us having Vince. It's the equivalent.
Whoa. Where did that come? I'm
You're
just
tall.
I was just relaxing over here. And then all of a sudden brought in.
All right, fine. I won't bring you up.
I was looking at the
You
Detroit.
stay over there.
My
AJ Brown.
Detroit pick.
Fine,
pretty good.
fine. I was trying to be funny. Whatever. At pick
What
9,
is going
29.
on behind them?
I know we-
over here.
Losing my mind.
I know we had that talk earlier about the hats, but the hats this year are really nice.
Right? I like the little clip too.
The little clip,
pin.
a little brings up. And I heard you guys earlier talking about the Packers and why there's a bicycle. You remember the bicycle is supposed to symbolize when the players use them to practice. It's a little nice touch.
I completely forgot about that. That is a nice
We're about to surround Brianna and ask to go to Fanatics to get a bunch of hats now. We're about to, yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Anything shocking you yet, Brianna? I know you got your little Eagles
Yes.
statue in front of you. You're waiting for 32.
Everything is shocking me, honestly. Like, still with Shador, that's the main shocking part for me. But now that he's definitely,
She's like, I want him.
now that he's definitely not getting drafted first round, the noise that's going to be made after this night is going to be crazy.
Man, once I pick him right here,
oh no, he's not getting picked in the first round.
he's the next
There's
part.
the
of,
jinx, the other jinx.
He's the next part of the
maybe he
Lions
will.
dynasty. He lives behind golf for a year. No, I'm trolling. I mean, it could work. Of
No,
all
I
the
don't hate
teams,
that.
yeah, of all the teams
I don't
so
hate
far,
that.
this is the one that will work the most.
Imagine.
Yeah, I think like this or the Steelers. I think of all or even the Jets. He could have,
I mean, what do we?
but we knew he wasn't
defensive
going that
line?
early. So yeah, we'll have to see. All eyes on Shador, man.
Mike
Not
Green,
really though.
Jahad Campbell's
Yeah.
still on the board. That would be a fun pick. Can't believe
yeah,
he
that's what-
hasn't been
yeah.
picked yet.
I was talking
They've
about
been saying.
Mel Kiper earlier, real quick to speak to that. The whole thing with his best available. Yeah, Shador's been that since I think it was the 4th pick. So sick analysis, Mel. You hit that one on the head again.
I mean, there's really not a lot of edge rushers and D linemen here to take. They're all gone, minus Mike Green, Donovan Ezerike, your boy Vince. We got Braden Swinson, Nick Scorton, later guys, Landon Jackson. This is gonna be weird. I mean, I don't know. Nick Emenwari is not getting picked here. They have 2
Dude,
up top.
don't stop. Don't
What?
even say his name. Take
What?
it back.
What? Oh, Nick?
He can be an Eagle.
I like that for you.
For us,
yeah, I like that.
Us, yeah.
Got him. I'm just
Followed by the pick noise.
And with the 28th pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select Tyleik Williams, D
Whoa.
tackle at Ohio State. See,
Not a bad-
I should
not a
have
bad
said
pick
my
for them.
5th big
Yeah,
man.
I like that for the daft.
But Adele. This is a nice pairing with Aiden Hutchinson.
we're
what can you
tired.
tell us
Getting them
about
back
the
to
big
the
guy?
giraffe.
A
thing.
phenomenal run stopper,
1-1.
big nose tackle, very big guy, 334 pounds, 6'2".
Oh, jeez. This is a
That
big
man
dude.
is a behemoth if you ever seen one. As far as stopping him, now that's another problem. You cannot stop this young man. He's relentless. He's a fantastic run stopper, and then he can even attack the quarterback in the pass rush. We've seen him in Ohio State consistently stop the run and even get into the backfield when the quarterback's dropping down the pass. I think altogether he's a phenomenal prospect, and someone under Dan Campbell's style of play, that can be a very scary team. It's already a scary team, but a scary player to add to that team
We're
altogether.
talking long arms too on this guy. A lot of beef to him. And there's another one who ran a pretty fast 40, coming in at 4.92. I mean, Tyleik Williams. There's a lot to like with him.
Yeah.
Are you happy with all your Ohio State guys flying off the board?
I mean, national champions, like
Saying much deserved, right?
Yeah.
It's a fun pick with Aiden Hutchinson. Very much needed for the Detroit Lions. I mean, they needed someone that could just swallow up the run up the middle, and 230 pounds.
3% chance. He'd
Definitely going to do that.
Look at his ability
dude. I
to
saw
replace.
so many articles.
How the Commanders?
Oh,
I mean,
people gotta listen. People gotta read.
You can see a team trading up, potentially getting Shador, but I don't see Washington being one. I think they get a nice addition to that team altogether, especially a young team altogether. But a team like Kansas City, I could see them potentially trading down. They get other assets. They potentially get other stuff to help that team, but it's only a matter of what
Even
team.
Philly.
Exactly.
Dude.
What team is it going to be?
Howie, yeah.
We got to get Emma Mori. With all these guys still available, a couple very good edge rushers, couple very good edge rushers, and a couple of good guys in the secondary. I think that Emma Mori could be good, but he's talking about trading down. The Eagles could very well do that. And I'm tired of these little graphics coming up on the bottom talking about Shedeur Sanders. These people who are making these graphics did not read anything. They did not pay attention. So clear that this guy was not going to go. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. I guess it's like the spotlight thing. It's like the Sanders kid thing.
It's the
like
quarterback.
the Brownie thing.
We always do this with quarterbacks.
I mean,
especially the analysts. They try and go way too over the top with how much they want to overhype these quarterbacks. And they put them in, well, look at what CJ did. Look at what Burrow did. Look at what Jaden Daniels did. And it's like, well, that's nice, but they're different level of cat. And Shedeur Sanders, there's a lot to his game that really just messes with general managers.
I mean, obviously you had like all the comments and everything, but from my standpoint, from an outsider standpoint, most of those questions that he was getting asked by GMs were general questions about like the franchise moving forward. And then he wants them answered because being Deion's kid, obviously Deion Sanders has been in the position of Shedeur as far as a player wise. And then he's got the same questions that he wanted answered when he was a young player, and then he's bringing them down. But other GMs look at that as like, oh, this kid's rebellious, this kid's that. But altogether, I think Shedeur should be off the board already. I think he's a phenomenal individual as far as a prospect altogether. I think he ahead of Jackson Dart. I just couldn't believe earlier we were not. Less than a month or two ago, we were talking about potentially taking him at number 1 and now falling out of the first round altogether. We probably haven't seen that since ironically, we're talking about Green Bay, since like an Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers went from number 1 all the way to 27th. Right now, it's only a matter of who the Commanders take here, and then does another team like the Steelers or the Saints move up and take him to be their franchise quarterback moving forward?
Well, it won't be at 29 because the Washington Commanders pick is indeed in. Now we just wait for Roger Goodell
to come up to the podium, right? We got what's kind of crazy. We got the Commanders. After that, we have Bills,
Buffalo, Kansas City, and then y'all.
Wow, it's crazy.
NBA playoff commercial showing the master foul baiters, Jalen Brunson being one of them.
Who you got taking it?
Who I got winning all of the whole thing?
Yep.
Who do I think now, or who did I think like a long time? Who do I think now? Probably the Thunder, but a while ago. I mean, I was riding with the Celtics all season, even though I don't like Boston. But oh my goodness,
I would love Travion Henderson.
I don't like Washington either. I don't like Washington. Yeah. I really hope they don't take.
I heard rumors that they weren't completely sold on Brian Robinson being their number 1 guy back.
Right.
So Trayvon Henderson would make sense.
Do you think they're all falling, or maybe even Hampton went later because there are so many? I mean, there's probably 8 guys who can immediately come in and have day 1 production right off the rip.
Exactly. Trayvon Henderson, and they can still go Jenkins from Ohio State too.
Right.
Ironically, it's only a matter of because you already have like a big power back in Brian Robinson.
Right.
Do you take another power back, or do you get another receiving back to complement that style of play?
Tell you what, tomorrow these running backs are going to fly. And the receivers, just Tetaroa, Matthew Golden, and Edbuka?
Yes.
All righty.
Go.
And the tight ends, too. Aurora, we got Daryl Fannin. Mason Taylor still on the board.
From LSU, yes.
There's a lot to be had here. It was a good draft. Very good draft.
Entertaining draft.
For sure.
Is Eckler staying in Washington?
I took
2 more years he signed?
Question.
Because he signed a 4-year in 2020.
Hey, shout out John Murray in the cut.
Unless he's a free agent. I don't know.
Josh Connerly, 29th pick overall by the Washington Commanders from Oregon.
Connerly. All right, D-tackle.
Keeping Dylan Gabriel
upright.
Is he primarily he's left tackle, right? Like he doesn't have a lot of versatility.
Not a crazy amount of versatility, but you can't hate the pick because obviously with the addition to Deebo Samuel, they're looking to win now, especially under Jaden Daniels' rookie deal.
And you have Laramie Tunsil. This is immediate bookend. You have both your tackles.
You help the offense drastically altogether. You can potentially make this a very, very scary offense, probably maybe even the best, if not a top 3 offense in the entire NFL. And then the defense defense consistently did a great job as far as rushing the passer and able to be able to guard receivers. Where I can see this making another step towards the playoffs. Obviously, they lost in the NFC Championship, but could they make another step forward and go potentially to the Super Bowl, especially when you got Jaden Daniels on that rookie deal?
Sticking up Abdul Carter. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Owen.
No, I was just trying to give you something. I'm in there. In there like swimwear.
Not a sexy pick, but definitely a much needed pick for the Washington Commanders.
He's blocking on Abdul Carter.
Oh, he's a great pass protector.
Abdul Carter is a giant. They're going to be going back and forth in the division, and they need someone to be able to guard that already has tape on him and that's played against him.
I do want to know. I wish we had a little bit more of those insiders. Like, okay, we have our big board, and then say, like you just said, with the Giants taking Abdul Carter, does that maybe if they have Connerly at 3, but now the Giants have him, so now you say, okay, now we're going to move him up to 2 or 1 on our big board to say, hey, we want to match what they just did. We want to eliminate essentially the pick that they just made.
I mean, I would be shocked if they didn't. The only team I could see them not having something like that, something like a Browns,
just bad organization,
just consistently in the bottom.
That's a fun one. He's a big dude, isn't he? Like 6'6", 6'7"?
Yes,
Connerly's huge. You know, man, we only got 3 left, man.
That is crazy.
Really, we're in the heavy hitter era. Buffalo, Kansas City, Philly, best player available. Not a lot of needs for these teams. Honestly, I take that back. Buffalo, there are quite a lot of needs. Edge rush, they need D-line. I mean, Ed Oliver's cute, but...
they got Joey Bosa.
You're just saying that because you're loyal to Ohio State.
I mean, I'm not even that. I'm just saying altogether. Like, they're trying to...
And Craig.
Show. They got the reigning MVP, the reigning and defending. I mean, they're trying to make that next step into possibly be in the Super Bowl. Could they potentially get one of those receivers and help Josh Allen? I know they still have. Fun. I mean, Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was a great addition, but the problem with Amari Cooper is his consistency. And then they draft one of these top receivers.
Oh, you want to see Trey Harris go, don't you?
I would love to see
Trey Harris go.
I'm just saying because they got Keon Coleman last year.
Luther Burden's still on the table.
Luther
Excuse my French. That would be fun. Luther Burden in that offense.
And then you still have Keon Coleman that's not fully developed. I know he's had his struggles, but he was still a rookie. He's still learning the ropes. Now, if he emerges into a star, you bring another star in, Josh Allen could potentially go from 0 to hero. It could potentially dethrone Patrick Mahomes as the best quarterback in the AFC overnight.
Oh, man.
The pick is in.
The pick is indeed.
Here we go, folks.
Number 30 to Buffalo. As we all count down the minutes till we can go home. Because there are only 2 picks that matter left. That's it.
Yeah.
No, who cares about?
There's only 1 pick that matters.
Really?
One pick that matters in the whole draft.
Got the Chiefs with no linemen.
No, we're good to get out of here after 31.
Really?
Or we can just get out. We'll let them drive the boat.
Yeah, you guys can. That's all right.
What, you think we're not any more tired?
No.
Jahdae Barron. Glad we're not taking him.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. It's so funny. We're going to have one of the best secondaries in football. Blah.
Yes. So did we. I mean, Slay's gone, which is okay.
Cute.
Bradbury's gone, which is okay. I think Isaiah Rodgers.
At least Reed Blankenship's still there. Oh, boy.
Yeah. That guy's a dog. That guy's a dog.
Little puppy dog.
How many playoff interceptions does Surtain have?
2.
Did he really?
No.
This season?
No.
Did he?
No, he didn't have 1 in Buffalo.
I was going to say, definitely had less than Blankenship.
Are you insinuating that Cooper DeJean is better than Patrick Surtain? Interesting take, Owen, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Good, very good. Very good reading, Broncos fan.
Thank you.
Very good reading.
Thank you.
Very good.
Da-da-da.
Be good, do good, God bless, and go Bills.
Oh,
what a sweet message.
Oh,
what a sweet message. That's such a sweet message.
You're sick, man.
Why is it frozen?
Oh, that's great. ESPN just deciding to take a dump on us right now. That's phenomenal. But with the 30th pick in the draft. We will get to it.
That's a bad time to freeze.
Oh, no.
We will get to it momentarily.
Can we do something with the stream, possibly?
As we take a quick break while we figure all of this out, we'll be right back. No? Never mind. We're not taking a break. We're just going to go live. We can't see the TVs.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of a crash.
It's fine.
Bringing you the action. We were going to tell you who just got picked.
Eagles.
We just are going to tell you who just got picked.
The Eagles are trading the number 32 pick for to the Chiefs for number 31.
Wait, what?
Yep.
They traded down one spot.
Wait, what's going on?
The Eagles just traded up to 31.
What?
The Eagles are trading number 32 and number 164 to the Chiefs for number 31.
Really?
What? We think they were going to take who we were going to take.
Everything crashed.
Via Ari Nero.
Wow. All right, Howie, what are we doing?
Do we think they were going to take who we were about to take?
Maybe.
What?
Yeah, here it is.
What the heck?
Mike Green?
I'm trying to post. No.
What are we doing over here?
It's Maxwell Harrison, Maxwell Harrison, a great player, corner out of Kentucky, one of Jarrett's best athletes in the draft. He is going to the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, I thought you were saying you guys were
nice
taking him.
addition
Wow.
to that team. Oh no, dude! If we took him, I would be ecstatic.
We're talking about my boy Snackswell Harrison out of Kentucky. I mean, we're talking really long arms, 34-inch arms. There's a lot to like with him. He's insanely twitchy. Played a lot of man coverage in Kentucky. I mean, the tape, who he was potentially going up against isn't all there, but when you see the tape versus Luther Burden, he didn't have that ability to go up against premier receivers coming out of the draft, but his tape versus Luther Burden is absolutely incredible. He's long, lanky, twitchy. He's all, there's a lot to like with him. And he ran a very, 4.32 40? He was up there with his 40s, and there's a lot to like with the pick.
This is insane.
For the Buffalo Bills. Maxwell Harrison, corner out of Kentucky.
Yep. Tell you what, man, that's an interesting time for them to cut the internet on us right as the Eagles are about to pick. Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
Please
that's
work
wild.
before I get mad.
That kind of thing is.
We're up. I'm watching the stream.
Thanks,
so
Corey. Appreciate Corey Avery
That's
bringing
why.
his laptop so we can see the draft as the Eagles clock.
Thank you, Corey.
Chips down.
Thank you. Look at that. Came in the save. Yeah.
Interesting.
And they got what was it, 160?
There we go.
Yeah, so it looks like the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs have swap picked for some reason.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, that is weird.
That is. I mean, it's a one spot move, but still a lot could happen.
Kansas City only has 5 picks in here, so now with
Nick,
this,
if
and they
you're
get
ahead,
164,
don't say a word. Don't be that guy.
They get now 6 picks in the draft. I mean, 5 to 6 isn't that much, but at the end of the day, for them, it's another player to fill a void. Now we have the Eagles.
No,
on the
I know who I want. I know exactly who I want.
I mean, Warrior.
Donovan Izaraku. Is that my son?
Oh, he's sticking with him. He wants Izaraku. Yeah, I want him out
exactly
Warrior.
with him. I want a defensive end, especially after Josh Sweat.
Or Will Johnson. We could be doing this to get Will Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, some people were looking. There's been a lot of.
He's a
picks coming
shutdown
in.
corner. Man.
I mean, Jahad Campbell. He was one that was expected possibly to go to the Eagles. I mean, that's a linebacker. That's a whole situation where we had Nakobe Dean, Zach Bond, big time star who just got re-signed. The Eagles right now in general, obviously, it has to be D. Oh man. Sorry, Howie, you better not give me a heart attack.
Man, it would be really cool if they picked that guy. That would stink if they pick man, that would stink.
They better not. I trust in Howie though. I really do.
Man, I'm worried.
I am. That's what I'm saying.
I'm worried,
nervous,
man. Because there's some other good players available that he might be tempted by.
Right.
I swear, if we do one of those things where we just go all the way down and pull somebody, we're done with those days. We're done with those days.
Realistically speaking, I think arguably the best player on the board is still Jahad Campbell. He's a freak out of Alabama.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like with him. He can even get after the quarterback. Not saying that's a trademark, but he absolutely can put his ears back and just go get the quarterback. Jahad Campbell is just a freak athlete. Nick Warrior, like you just said, Will Johnson's still available.
I think you're right about Jihad. He's definitely a freak. Mike Green also super athletic.
That one still freaks me out.
But I'd rather have the athletic safety or the shutdown corner, to be honest, at this point in time. with how the offseason has been going. We'll see, man.
This thing would drive me crazy too.
This is why we watch. This is why we brought out the Hurts jersey for tonight. The unlucky Hurts jersey. Known for the loss to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and then 3 losses last season. Literally every time we lost, it was because I was wearing this jersey.
I mean, wouldn't it be fitting if they get Jihad Campbell? They get the local kid from Gloucester to the Eagles, South Jersey native.
Could be why they bumped up.
Zach Bones, 29.
Yeah, I
wouldn't
wouldn't be mad with that.
Okay. The Lord has saved us.
That could be why they bumped up. Maybe they thought that because I would say that the Chiefs need a linebacker far more than they need another corner.
Exactly.
So you're not wrong. That could be, we'll see. But the Eagles do need a corner. I don't know. We can't go wrong here.
Right. Well, I mean, again, your defense, we've been getting, I mean, we got killed this year, secondary
loaded,
free agency.
loaded
so it's
defensive draft too.
We got, this is a foundation draft. This is something.
I didn't think either of these.
Why did I check my phone?
I didn't think that. You're right.
Go ahead, continue talking.
Well, Campbell was
that sounds like you know the pick.
I didn't think that.
Say it, spoil it.
Don't say anything.
Spoil it.
I'm not going to say anything. Yes, I do.
Don't say anything.
I do.
Don't say anything.
I do.
Brownie, don't say. Everybody
Say
stop looking at your phone.
Is it Mike Green?
No, hey, don't
It's Mike Green, isn't it?
Stop.
That's fun. Green on the back of a green jersey.
Literally,
I want to watch it after this.
Brianna,
lock in.
Lock in.
I'm not
Do
saying
it.
anything. I'm not
Just
saying
keep
anything.
shaking your
I'm
head.
not gonna say
Boil
anything.
it.
Yes, we can't tell
Yeah.
who it is. Yes, we can. Jared, you need. Oh my gosh, this guy. He's like a puppy. He's getting the zoomies because it's late at night.
Jahdae Barron.
The Broncos started it, and now it's just continued.
Jared's Neuralink chip is failing.
It's been like this since
Henderson.
pick 20.
No,
Pick
we're
20
not
through
trivia on
pick.
Hey, I'm not mad at Jahdae Barron. I was upset. I'm not
You're
mad.
upset.
I was
You're not mad.
upset.
I
I'm
gotta
not mad
close the
anymore.
ESPN window.
Oh, shout
That's
out
not-
Ian
I'm not-
Brown
I'm not
watching
cheating.
the stream. He would love Mike Green. Feels like he's a perfect fit for the Eagles.
Campbell from TC would be perfect. That's right. Yeah,
Murray.
he's a local guy.
Appreciate you watching, my boy.
Looks
He's
like
from
we
TC?
are
He's a
3
Timber Creek
hours
kid?
Timber
here.
Creek.
Yeah, Timber
Ah,
Creek. Yeah, I didn't
that's
know
fun.
that. I didn't know he went to Timber Creek.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah, that would be
TC.
cool. That would be cool. We did just get Trotter. Trotter last year. He went to my high school over in St. Joe's Prep, and he was from Lumberton.
What is that? What do you know?
They like staying
Say
local.
it.
She's
Keep shaking
looking
your
at
head.
more. Yeah, she's looking at more things on her phone. Stop
Listen,
Get off the phone.
Get out of here.
Down.
listen, I already saw it.
Cut the mic. Cut her mic.
I'm low-key mad that I saw it.
I'm lucky.
That I saw it.
Yeah, no. Leave
I
her.
wanted to be as surprised.
No,
It's a
her
kicker.
screen's dark, so she's hiding it.
Why is this pick taking so long?
Dude, enough with
It's
the
the
Macy's
best pick.
commercials. Enough with the Macy's commercials.
Now we need to see some of the Kelsey brothers about 1,000
No, we
more
don't.
times. You know.
This is like the
I'm
15th
done with
time
them.
I've seen that commercial in this draft.
I'm over them already.
Oh my God.
UFC? KC, Kansas City. That's where the UFC
Muhammad.
fight is.
Anyone got any plans after
Someone
this? No, I'm just
better
kidding.
not put it in the chat while we're doing this either.
Imagine.
Do not.
That's a good UFC.
Viewers, do not do it.
Imagine Ian like.
Do not do it, viewers.
He's
Viewers,
like, I'm
don't
not
do
here,
it.
so I'm saying.
You're probably in there right now. Like, all right, I'm glad we picked this person, and I'm gonna go and look, and I'm gonna be like, no, Ian, I was trying to not look. Oh man,
Do it, Ian.
No, don't.
I can't even blame him. He's probably excited because how he probably cooked. He's probably spoiling it right now. That's why I'm not looking. Eagles received that.
Okay, so you're recording the serial reaction.
we
that
gave
scares
we
me.
gave around.
No, I'm just recording.
We gave
because
away
I'm
our
gonna
5th round.
See my
That's
reaction.
it.
Come on,
You already know what.
I mean, that literally has to be that you have the idea Kansas City's picking this player.
Oh man, oh man.
And with the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL draft,
man.
the Super Bowl
We didn't get the
reigning
noise, but it's
champions.
okay.
It's fine. It's okay. We're at 31.
Pick matters more.
The Eagles select.
The Chiefs have.
Yeah, we know, Roger. Come on. Oh!
All right,
Timber Creek.
the
boy.
Timber Creek kid.
I'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I'll take it.
And if everything pans out for Jihad Campbell, you're looking at Fred Warner reincarnated. There's a lot to like with this cat. I mean, 6'4", what was it, 235, 230
Big,
pounds.
athletic,
Yeah.
Freak of nature.
smart,
can hit the
homegrown.
quarterback.
Woohoo! This could be good.
Yep. Especially
could be
because
good.
Brandon
I'll take
Graham
it.
just, I mean,
If you can't
Brandon
get Emma
Graham is
Moore, he
gone.
must
I mean,
be the
he's-
next best thing.
He's a unicorn on defense. You can ask him to stand up and
Look at
drop that
look
for
how happy
coverage.
he is to come to the Eagles. Like, oh my gosh, this team just won a Super Bowl and then you
probably
get
grew up-
drafted to them.
Probably grew up an Eagles fan.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's probably. I mean, imagine a dream that you get drafted by the. I mean, it's just from when you were little to now. It's crazy.
He probably didn't even think it
And
was
the
gonna
pick
be.
is
I
already
know.
in for Kansas City, wasting absolutely no time. And this has been a great stream.
I mean, you did say two
Yeah.
more picks was important, and Kansas
Yeah,
City
now
ended
this
up
pick
being the
is
32nd.
important.
They got to be
seed.
doing an offensive line. I mean, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
you said
saying.
we
It's my
can wrap it
crystal
at
ball.
31.
It's my
Let's wrap it
crystal-
at 31.
All right,
man.
get outta here.
Yeah,
It's
call
fine
it
with
right
me.
there, man. Ready to go. Ready to go. John Howard in the
Luther
chat.
Burden.
Let's go, John.
Oh, we got.
All right, man. This is great. What a player.
We're coming back tomorrow for rounds 2 and 3, right?
Even the Camden CC account said good pick. I mean, that's how it is.
Oh, well, I have a spoiler in case everyone wants to know.
Yep.
Shador Sanders will not go round 1.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
If you were
Oopsies.
if you tuned in at 8:05, you would have heard that news. Look at how happy. Look at how happy.
Oh, Wiggles.
Boom.
What other guys do you
he
see
misses-
running out the tunnel at pick
we got
32
Howard
like this?
talking to us. Oh, we miss you too, Johnny boy. Miss you too.
Jihad, let's go.
No one gonna recognize Wiggles is talking to us?
Yeah, that's how I know. The veteran over here.
I said what? I literally said.
Oh, Ian said Howie season again. Yeah, see, Ian's active here.
Where you at, Ian? You ducked. Crazy.
You see, that is the love we
Shout
see
out,
in
Ian.
brotherly love of Philadelphia.
Holding it down. Shout out Jihad Campbell, the Timber Creek kid. That's an interesting style for that picture,
That's a lot of hair.
for that graphic.
I don't know. What a choice for a shirt. Went with the
Just a vest.
zip up vest.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
To show the strength, man.
Mm-hmm.
There we
There's a
go.
lot to like with Jihad Campbell. You
Yeah.
guys have a fun pick. I mean,
I'll take it.
warranting how fast Nakobe Dean's going to come back. Zach Bond gets an absolute freak on the other side of him, and once you have all three cooking, you have arguably one of the best linebacker cores in the league. Not pass rushers, linebackers. That's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it already helps out. I mean, of course, you have obviously Zach Bowen, right? Blah, blah, blah,
Did he-
blah. But the Kobe Dean had some, gets some injuries now and then. He's been pretty injury prone. Unfortunately, he had to deal with that a little bit this year again at the end of the season. But this is, I mean, it's going to be a big boost. He's going to be a big boost. This is something where, again, he can really grow around what is already there and can just help really get this defense back up that defensive line. It's going to be, I mean, I see a very aggressive Eagles, defense going to be put up on the stage once again. I like it. I love it.
I think he said the rich just got richer.
Yeah, basically, that's another way to put it. And there's Howie. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
man.
Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman.
Yeah, Howie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that just gets me going. Every year he's doing
This
that.
has to be line though, right?
Every year.
With Kansas City at 32, the way they got embarrassed in the Super Bowl. I mean, this has to be probably best tackle available, best interior offensive lineman available.
Who would it be though?
Why not Mike Green?
Your man.
Would it pick Simmons?
Josh?
Well, you guys still got Ursa from
Tackle or Mike
Minnesota.
Green?
I like Ursery, but I like more day two. Like Josh, I feel like has the ability where if you're taking the swing on him with the injury, the upside's there. The tape speaks for itself with how just of an animal he is. I mean, just so, what's the word? Not upright, but he's just very like a tree trunk. He's just very naturally there at left tackle. And I don't know. There's a lot to love with him at Ohio State. That'd be quite the pick. Him or like you just said from Iowa State. That'd be a
Crush
good
the
time.
alien.
They got a 31st, 63rd, well, 32nd now, 63rd, 66th, 95th, and now
Look at all those people.
134 you guys gave them?
All became fans in the last
Look
2
at
years.
all these bandwagoners.
All in the last 2 years. Anyway, moving on.
They are not America's team. The Eagles are America's
Who
team.
said they're American? Neither are you.
No,
Stop that. You guys are not
Eagles are
America's
becoming.
team.
Sure,
Relax.
Sure as heck ain't the Broncos.
I never said it was. Nor what?
I think it's the Eagles. It probably is the Eagles.
Literally the Dallas Cowboys.
It better
Oh,
not anymore. No one.
Stop.
No,
I don't think
no,
the Cowboys are.
No,
America's team
they
anymore.
lost that title a long time
What?
ago.
Because they didn't even want a Super Bowl. What's the clarifications of being
people-
America's team?
People don't really like them anymore.
No, they're not a like team.
Their fan base is the biggest in the nation.
I think they should do a re-poll.
Yeah, I would like
They're
to see the numbers
globally
on
the
that.
most recognized NFL team in the world.
I don't know anymore.
No, I
Well, in
would bet
terms
a
of
lot
being
of money on that.
I don't know.
a joke,
I mean,
maybe, but I mean, it's
I just saw. It is Josh Simmons. I just saw a
there
clip
you go.
of the president of UEFA saying "Go Birds," and that's
Yeah,
the biggest.
yeah.
That's the biggest thing in the world of soccer. So that's
Adele, what you got on your board?
Josh Simmons,
Phenomenal
baby,
individual.
the Buckeye.
Obviously, he had the injury and everything, but the upside is there, like we were talking about. He's fantastic as far as pass rushing, good footwork, good hand placement. He's got a good arm strength and length. He's a phenomenal talent. He could, if healthy, probably potentially went higher, but then you take that risk because of that injury, and then he drops down to the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs may have just got a steal.
That clip that just came through the TV, he just threw him 3 times on the ground.
He's a bad man.
My Lord.
wow.
Went from left to right and just buried brother on the ground. Woo, woo, woo. There's a lot. I mean, I know I like Josh Simmons, but me, oh my.
Kansas City again looking for
Big need for them.
yeah.
But
Big need.
This is interesting to see. Were they going tackle the entire time, or were the Eagles just that afraid that they were going to take Campbell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, knowing the Kansas City Chiefs, they're one for fixing the holes immediately. When they see something that goes wrong, it happened after the Tampa Bay Super Bowl when they got ran over by Brady. It was something where immediately, whether they do, it's just immediate fix. This is something
Maybe
that,
they're worried about someone potentially before they made the trade, the 31, someone else trading with
Right.
Kansas City and going, wow, Jahad Campbell, Nick Emenwarie, you're still there. Philly doing what they have, doing their due diligence.
taking the best
to
available.
move one up.
And the interesting to see here
But-
is now tomorrow, the Cleveland Browns start with the 33rd pick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's
Shador falls right in your lap.
It falls like that.
But this has been the
Jalen
91.5 WDBK's live draft war room. That does it. That's 32 picks. I mean, I'm ready to skeet daddle if everyone else is.
I don't want to go.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
it's
Let's
too bad, Vince.
let's call it there, Captain. Let's
Yeah,
call it
we're
there.
done.
Okay.
Star doesn't represent America like an eagle does.
I'll let you end on that. That's fair. But this has been a good time. This 2025 NFL draft, the 91.5 WDBK live draft war room from Jarrett George, all the way from left to my right. Adele, Vince, Brianna, Owen.
Yeah.
Peace and love, everybody.
Live from the WDBK studios in Blackwood, this is 91.5 WDBK FM, Camden County College Radio.